body and have his ashes in my jug. I'm
Pretty sure he's
confused. I think it's safe to say he's dead.
It's a fantasy game. Come on, guys.
Fucking that skit from Robot Chicken where like the kid like shoots
No, the rule says
Yeah.
he's still not dead.
He's like, damn it! He's like, you gotta kill him with a silver bullet.
All right, boys and squirrels. We would have just finished the vampire lair. If you guys would like to roam around in that lair a little bit longer, you can.
Did we miss anything, Minuteman?
Not really, unless you feel like fighting a bat swarm.
I prefer not to.
I'd also
Disarming
prefer not
trap.
to.
Yeah, fuck bad.
Unless it's gonna
Well,
give us
then.
like major XP points.
It's a swarm. It really is not. It's basically like a bunch of tiny creatures just running around that you're just crushing underfoot.
Except they're bats.
So you're swinging with your sword, whatever.
And screaming.
Or
a
coat
little.
hangers if you follow, yeah. Or coat hangers if you follow the Birdemic logic. I take it nobody here has seen Birdemic. You're all better people than me.
Yay!
All right,
Small
so
victories.
you guys exit the cave then and gather up all your stuff, get in your little wagon. But before we do that, let's have a little bit of some story time, maybe?
Oh my god.
What, talking about our guys?
Mm-hmm. So you guys were supposed to come up with a background event, something that happened to you as kids in the brief time that you were in Lyra.
Just one thing or a general backstory?
Either or, doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
It's easier to root if you have like a single thing to tie it to, but if you have a broad story, that's cool too.
Well, I've got one. That
Sure
like,
first.
well, basically, I mean, imagine I mean, we kind of came out as teenagers, right? But we
Yeah,
had like
more
the
or less.
mind of a little bit younger than that.
Mm-hmm.
So just imagine a young kid with the physical prowess of a teenager. Like at mind, he's like a kid, but then like at prowess of like size and whatnot, he's a teenager. And then he has the, and then has the like soul of a rogue inside of him. Like so like it's the first time as a kid I'd imagine him doing his first game of like hide and seek, and doing so well no one wants to play with him anymore. So he probably went around and played pranks on people, but due to the fact that whenever I tried to do pranks and other things, I fail horribly at it. I'd imagine everyone knew it was me, but everyone was too nice to say anything, and they put up with my
But it's just-
shenanigans. We went around.
That little bird kid is walking around following us again. Just ignore him. Just ignore him. Pretend he's not there.
And
He'll
I just
go
think I'm
away.
doing so good. I just think I'm doing so damn good all the time.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine people of the town knew I was up to no good, but they didn't really do anything about it because, that's kind of just who I was.
Class clown.
So like follow people in a cardboard box. They
Yes.
can't see me.
Exactly.
Solid bird.
All right.
Damn. So I guess I am an overachiever. I wrote a lot more backstory than that.
That's
Yeah, you wrote a ton.
totally fine, man.
I
And I encourage you guys to put that on your character sheets as well. Just to type it in there and so you can reference it later.
Gotcha.
Where would it go?
Under your bio. You have an edit button on the top right. At least you should.
I see.
Actually gonna do that now. Entire bit in.
Bane of magic.
It looks so much worse. with-
Oh my goodness, that needs some formatting.
Yeah.
Cool. Read it to us.
Oh, God, okay. Well, my guy always had an affinity for animals and nature. just knew about all of it, and he didn't know why or how he knew about it. He just knew it. He felt at home in the natural world. He raised by the Imber family along with Brumar, and Brumar was really different. Gung-ho, rational, and Elithus was like calm and reserved. So Elithus was constantly pulling Brumar out of trouble. Always liked talking to animals instead of people. Surprise, surprise. Was amicable with Brumar's friends, Kirixanthem and Psychomera, but not super close with them. The exception would be Psychomera. He would kind of nerd out with Psychomera occasionally,
Yeah.
because Psycho was like Brumar except for smart. He aged faster than everyone else, which was a little odd, but he wasn't concerned about it because he somehow knew it was natural. He also got pointy ears, which he just thought was weird. And then when he went out into the world on the adventure with everyone, he started to come out of his social bubble. But that was mostly because he felt safe around his brother. And without his brother, he had no doubt that he would naturally withdraw and be quiet again.
Hmm.
And then, as Elithus saw more of the world, he began to realize that the humanoid race of the world had destroyed a lot, and there was magical beauty all around that was being taken for granted. And with the invasion of Etheria imminent, he would have to kind of help and fight, because otherwise they would just destroy everything.
That's really nice.
It's beautiful.
I added a little bit onto mine.
So
Little
Elithus
bit
is
more.
sort of like, he's like a caretaker in a museum, except the museum's the whole world.
Yep.
It's a big old museum.
Dum dum. Me want gum gum.
Okay. Let's see. Zuzu, did you have one?
I have one. I didn't write it down. Most of my stuff is in my head because I'm that kind of person.
That's fine,
Yeah,
but you
that's what I
should
did
write it
too,
down
till I just figured it out.
eventually.
Yeah, I'll write it down eventually. I don't know. I'm just procrastinating because school's about to start and I want to do the least amount of schoolwork. Okay.
Oh darn.
But this
Oh
is
gosh.
fun. Nah.
This is fun, but it's still writing, and I never excelled in English. Okay. Well, so since I'm in the Mare family, we're really, I guess we're best known at, isn't it like defense? And since I am lawful neutral, what
You're
did we
lawful
decide on?
neutral? I thought you were lawful good.
Oh, lawful good. Okay. Well, my brother being mischievous as he always is, I usually take the blame for him, and because I'm a good sister like that. I really care about my parents, and so I've been writing letters since we've left, or making letters, I guess. As a childhood memory, let's see. I remember getting Kirk out of a really good story, getting him out of trouble. So, let's see what happened. So we were in training class, and there was one mission that he wanted to go on, and our parents didn't want him to. So he forged the signature, and yeah, it was. Once his parents found out, I took the blame because I said, well, he's good enough, he's strong enough to do it, and so he got out of trouble. Basically, I'm just the goody-goody two-shoes trying to save my brother from getting his butt kicked every single time because he's so mischievous.
Which is exactly what I added into my story here. Cause like I read it. I wrote it down here. Grew up as a kid with the soul of a rogue. However, luck made him not the best one, but the townspeople were too nice to him to say anything about it, making him a bit cocky of his not so innate abilities, leading him to get in trouble with passersby who were not as nice. Good thing his sis was always better at fighting.
Yeah.
I literally just wrote that down.
I like it.
And because you're the favorite son.
Yeah, because she always took the blame. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fucking
So
Susan.
goddamn mischievous.
I'm just hoping it'll pay off in the long run, right?
Oh, don't worry, I'll get crushed by a frickin' Etten today.
Oh no, not being killed, but like if you die and you have a will, everything will go to me, all that cool stuff.
It's gonna be just buried with my corpse.
Mm.
I'm
I'll
pretty sure we
loop
get to
in.
bury you,
Anything.
so I don't think you get
Nope.
to decide what you
There's a
take.
plan. There's a plan in place. A swarm of crows will take my body to the mountain.
I will
They will,
convince
they
them
will bury
otherwise.
me under. Damn it! You speak. Oh no, they're not smart enough. Don't worry about it.
I can talk to him. I have a spell.
Diplomacy with crows. So
That's funny. Actually.
Okay. Let's see. Tanner, did you have one?
I don't really remember a lot about my childhood, early childhood. I'm old, very old, but I remember living with my mother for a short period of time, and she was shunned in the community, and I eventually she something bad happened to her, and I joined the Monster Hunters, and I've been doing that ever since. Yeah,
The Monster Hunters. It's very self-explanatory.
It is fairly self-explanatory. Yes.
Nobody's were like, "What do
we
you
weren't a
guys
very
do?"
creative group.
It's MH Incorporated.
I like that.
So
MH and Sons.
is it that your memory is spotty, or is it that you don't remember prior to a certain time?
We'll say spotty. I've taken a few blows to the head.
Okay. Then from the timeline, let's see. You gave me like a approximate birth year earlier when I gave you a rough estimate.
It was like 1896 or something like that.
Yeah. So you would have been a kid when the last known elven citizen died. So that was
Nice.
kind of a big deal. Elven society had started collapsing around 1850. So, you would have been a kid when Elven society was like in huge panic because, yeah, there was no children coming in and everyone was like old.
That doesn't sound like fun.
Nope.
So that means that you can tell me about elves.
Pretty shitty way to go. You also would have been alive in 1930, where Etheria offered the armistice with Lacia and the council accepted, which is what that prolonged peace came from. And then, the Sundering of Yildris, which is where these all crazy folks came from. And then where we are now. So not a whole lot of history, but you would have been alive for the last known elven citizen dying, which is kind of a big deal.
I tell you all, back in my day, there were elves.
gather around, kids. Story time.
Papa's gonna tell you a story.
You're not
So,
our dad.
Papa Cat Eyes.
So Saverick, are you looking for a woman who smells of lilac and gooseberries?
Nah, I had her already.
Oh damn.
She was all right.
Oh,
All right. Damn, son.
Honestly, she was a 5.
Out of what?
Fuck it.
It's a little
A
Have you
harsh.
possible
seen
12.
Yennefer?
12. We're Roman now instead of Jewish.
I'm definitely in the Triss camp.
yeah,
Really?
so was I.
Absolutely.
She was too, I don't know, she was too, like, girly. Like, I mean, she could blow up an entire town if she wanted, which was fucking badass.
Yennefer
But
or
She was
Triss?
badass.
Because
Triss.
Yennefer is incredibly high
Yeah,
maintenance.
I think Yennefer was
Yeah.
way more like girly than Triss. Triss was living in
Really?
the slums and shit,
Yeah,
man.
Triss was a little more rough
She
and
didn't
tumble.
care. Yeah, you could take Triss
I
camping.
meant like personal character, not where she lived. But anyway,
Anyways,
D&D.
Cycle Mara would be next. Best for last.
Cycle was. Oh wait, I have a picture to go with it.
I want to see this picture
Um,
because the story is amazing.
hold on.
Oh, nice.
Cycle was, much like his father, inquisitive about all facets of life, especially magical ones. After his father's miraculous discovery of the Viagra potion, Cycle was inspired to discover all that he could and push the limits of magic and alchemy as far as he was able. Unfortunately, unlike his father, Cycle didn't have the inherent sense of boundaries that the other children did. Quote unquote children. You guys, that is. Likely because his parents' blatant disregard for the ban on magical items and things. He spent a lot of his childhood poring through his parents' books, daydreaming of obtaining some of the magical powers he'd read of there. Potions that could make a man twice as tall or half as small, heal wounds, or even reanimate the dead. Often crass and uncharismatic because of his immense intelligence and ego, Cycle doesn't always get along with others well until they get to know him. The only person he felt any serious friendship with was Elithis, as they were both fascinated by nature and would often go journeying to study the different plants and herbs. They would frolic in the fields, picking berries. While Elithis' interest was altruistic, however, Cycle's was for the power he could harness by brewing nature's ingredients into his potions. His curiosity often led him to try his own brews, and over the years, he found a particular liking to certain drinks and concoctions that could make him relaxed, sleepy, or energetic enough to stay up all night, and he still engages in this behavior habitually to the annoyance of his companions. After a few weeks on the road, Cycle began to feel a sense of frustration with the others, often noting loudly and obnoxiously that without his powerful explosions, they'd almost certainly have died. This disdain has led him to feel peerless in magical matters, and he feels perfectly content keeping his own counsel, pilfering magical ingredients and artifacts just for his own power.
Nice.
Selfish son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm. I felt like I don't want
Can't
us all to
bomb
get
what you
along all the
can't see.
time.
Yeah, there has to be some conflict.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna add another note here that Kirik has always been super jealous of Cycle because one time he saw how big his wiener was. And I was like, what?
Whatever.
You seen what a crow penis looks like? It's not that big.
I don't think I
but
want
it gets
to.
the job done.
I'm just kidding.
You ever see a
Okay.
corkscrew penis?
Oh God. Okay, I'm not adding that.
Oh, beautifully written.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was really good.
Sometimes I do write things from time to time.
Yeah, I heard
It's
you have a
like-
book.
Almost like a thing that
I
you
do. Almost like a thing.
Now I don't feel like such an overachiever. Thanks.
There you go. Do you guys like my Photoshop?
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Mhm.
pretty
I
funny.
really like that. I had to put my food away from me because I was not going to be able to eat anything while I was dying.
I really like that. Okay.
Is that your
Well, I'm done.
face?
No,
That's
that's
Michael
Michael.
Cera.
That's Michael Cera's face.
That should be your token now.
It's a pretty good one.
I'd imagine though, if Michael Cera was an alchemist, he'd walk in and be like, "Oh, hey, hi. Oh,
Yeah.
what are you doing here?"
I don't think we should do that, you guys. I think we should go home.
Oh, doll, have you seen The Alchemist with John Hurt, or The Alchemist's Son?
No.
I'll send it to you. Watch it later while we're doing.
Okay.
I want to see this because I love John Hurt.
It's The Alchemist letter. It's 5 minutes long.
Who's John Hurt?
What?
John Hurt did the voice of the dragon in the show Merlin, didn't he?
He did, and he actually, yeah,
He was also on Doctor Who. He was the war doctor.
he was the War Doctor. Yeah, the one that had no name.
Oh, I recognize him from
He,
Doctor Who and
Aliens.
stuff.
He was in Aliens too.
Yeah. I didn't see I didn't watch Merlin.
Well, he's the guy who he has a voice like this, except it's a lot more refined.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
He's also the Professor Broom in the Hellboy movies, or the Hellboy movie.
Really?
He dies in the first one.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Spoilers.
He looks a lot. If you haven't seen it at this point, it's you're out of luck.
statute of
You had 4
limitations is
years.
over. 5 years is spoiler
Yeah.
statute of limitations.
So
Pretty
here's a timeline according to Lacia of how history went.
Would we
Should
know
we
this history?
know? I know. Should we know about the leveraging power over the souls of the dead?
I feel
Yeah.
like the vampire would though.
You already know that.
Oh, is that
Or
like
at
in
least
our
one of
history
you already knows
classes?
that.
And we did
Wait.
spend time in the library. It's safe to say that we looked up a history book.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Would that be a thing that I know what it is?
Which part?
The leveraging power of the souls of the dead?
No, Cyclemera knows.
How do I
Gotcha.
know?
You know knowledge
Knowledge
religion
history?
over Ravenhill.
Yes. Yes.
Poor Ravenhill.
Am I the only one that can read this?
Yep.
Oh, should I share it?
If you'd like to, I can make it shared with everyone.
Sure. Those that follow Pharasma believe that the Kulain were the goddess-chosen people and that she had given them power over the souls of the dead. They chose to use this power to create a sort of heaven on earth scenario wherein the souls of the dead could mingle with those of the living until both felt ready to move on. A few diehard believers still make pilgrimage to Ravenhill in order to pray to Pharasma to grant them more time with their lost loved ones. However, most believe the goddess has forsaken Ravenhill. The prayers of the goddess in a traditional crypt are the best way to be heard. So basically, this is where ghosts can wander around.
That was
So
the
I'm
idea,
like,
yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
we might see a ghost.
Spooky.
Or
Or
Hopefully
two.
they're friendly.
Hopefully they're Casper.
Exactly.
That reminds me of a manga I read called Berserk. This is a pretty cool part where like this guy named I can't remember his name. Never mind. But like he has the ability to like like the people who've
You tell
recently
me
died.
his
he can,
fucking
like,
name, or you shut your mouth.
Griffith.
Sorry.
It's Griffith.
Yes.
People who recently died in like various attacks by demons on the stronghold, he like makes their soul like float up to their loved ones and like form into like their form, and they would like wave goodbye and like hug them, and then they would fly off into the distance. Little did they know he was actually fucking consuming their souls because he's a goddamn demon lord. And he's
Spoilers.
yeah, if you read Berserk, you'll forget it by the time you get there because it's 876 chapters in. Good fucking luck remembering that after the info dumps of 8 different chapters.
There's
not
actually a
great.
knowledge arcana chunk for Ravenhill that nobody's rolled on either.
Good thing I can't do that. But I can tell you if this wall is load bearing or not.
Well, would you like to roll knowledge arcana? Smart buddy?
I would think that's something he would do after reading the journal so much.
Damn.
Can you roll
Wait a
again?
minute.
I think you'll have to think about it for about a
You could probably
day
just
and then come
Okay.
back
you
to
could
it.
probably just
I think
well,
so
I mean
too.
like he could just take a 20 if he really deeply thinks about it. I mean it's not like anything's going on.
Well, we are on our way to Ravenhill, and we are kind of in a timetable, so it's not like we can just take a
I
week
bet
and think about
that I'll
something.
see something that will remind me of that chapter I read.
Once we
Maybe?
get to Ravenhill.
I bet that's a possibility. So we can do that.
There's also a knowledge history chunk that I have written, so it's just a
Well, you
matter
know-
of how
So he's prepared.
how Cycle wants to think about it.
You know, I sometimes consider that I don't really know much history. And that's kind of a problem. Dude, am I getting my fucking, like, bonus? I must be. I'm just rolling really shitty then.
Yeah,
You
roll
rolled
a
a
five.
6.
I have a +5 to knowledge, so I rolled a 5 and a 6. Well, piss. My meditation on Arcana and history reminds me that I probably will see something that will remind me of something useful later after I sleep on it a bit.
It's on the tip of your tongue. You just don't know how to say it.
You know what? I must be too high right now. Because as soon as we got out of the vampire lair, I was like, fucking like, I did
Shit's
some
stressful, man.
polypurpose panacea, man.
Was
I
it
needed to
intense?
unwind. I got mind fucked, you guys. I got mind raped. Not
did get mind raped.
Not,
You
not
were
accept-
blazing it up for a
And you
Brumar.
kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I smoked a little bit of Brumar. Not looking for judgment.
Whoa.
Smoked a little bit of
What part?
my
What
ashy
What part did
brother.
you smoke?
That
It
upsets
was
me.
it was all ash, man.
Roll me up and
Yeah,
smoke
but
You
me
what
when I
part of
didn't
die.
see
ash
it.
did you smoke?
Wait, let's see if he's
Dicks.
Yeah, did I see you do that?
stealth hit.
It'd be sleight of hand, actually,
Oh.
Okay.
if you're stealing ash from
Stealth
him.
hit. Yeah.
Well, that's a lot better actually.
Yeah. Sleight of toke.
Sleight
The
of
question is, I have ridiculously good.
Oh my
perception.
god!
No, I don't. I don't see you do that.
Did I see him?
Yes.
Well, would your character tell me? I'm like emotionally completely distraught. Would you destroy me by telling me that my best friend? Smoked
yeah,
some of
see,
my
why
brother.
would I?
Listen,
I know.
I didn't add this to my backstory, but me and Brumar were totally potheads together. Like, we were. This is a toke for Brumar.
This-
in his memory, he would have wanted
This
it
is
this
not
way.
the greatest thing
Trust
ever
me.
smoked. This is merely a tribute.
Exactly.
I think if I saw him, but I think if I told you that, you'd probably summon a bear on him.
Or
He'd
turn
blow
into a
it
bear
up,
and eat
but-
him.
Or that. Or I'd just blow you guys all up.
End of story.
Then you'd have no
Okay.
friends.
It's
Which
true.
he's okay with.
I don't know. I'm not chaotic evil, at least not yet. I'm still chaotic neutral, so I
You
like
haven't
you
been
guys.
blowing up.
Yeah. I like you
I
guys.
think
I just
that-
I just think I'm better than you.
Yeah.
Well,
I think I'm
I'm
lawful
better
neutral,
about magic
which
stuff.
is strange, but my code is weird and more chaotic than most people's codes.
I'm chaotic neutral. I'm doing this. Somebody's got to be the bad guy.
Okay. So at this point, you guys are about 2 days from Ravenhill. So you'll probably have to camp at least once.
Here lies not Brumar.
It wasn't him, man.
Here lies Brumar across out, not Brumar.
Brumar,
That's
not a
great.
Brumar.
Not a Brumar,
Okay.
not a Brumar.
I'm a Manmar, not a Brumar.
I look for a place off the side of the road to camp for the night.
Okay.
And I look for Etten tracks. Big footprints.
Your
hardly
21
putties.
perception.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Guys,
it's winter.
he has a battle map.
So you guys,
The fuck?
Wow.
while you're looking around for a campsite,
roll.
you guys
That's
find
for-
some
that's for
tents that are already set up.
We shouldn't steal them.
They appear to have been abandoned, and no one has used them recently.
They have like lice and gross shit.
I don't know how that would happen.
I don't know. Tough suckers.
Well, my perception roll was looking for berries that grow on
You see all the berries.
on these trees or
Snowberries.
bushes. Snowberries, yeah, snowberries, totally a thing, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
there
fun
they are.
berries. I collect a few berries.
Excellent.
Collect a few thousand.
Well,
That looks like a
berries
few
only stay
thousand
good.
berries.
Berries only stay good for like a week or so.
Yeah,
Granted, they are
and
frozen.
you know what? Yeah, they're well preserved. And if you have a bag of holding, you put them in the bag of holding. They last 2 weeks.
Don't have a bag of holding. Is it safe to assume that we've rested and recovered all of our health?
Yes.
Blanche looks a bit fat.
Blanty's a
Blanty has been-
warhorse. He's a bit
Oh.
fat.
So it's muscle then.
Fatty.
No, it's fat. It has to survive in the harshest of conditions where it
Like
might not get
winter.
food for a while,
Like
where
this.
we currently are.
Hmm. I see.
It's fluffy. Oh man, he's gonna make up for that bullshit in the cave because we beat the vampire dude too easily. He's gonna fuck us.
Yeah.
Look for traps.
Can
For
do.
tra- hiding behind Kirik.
There's
Well,
saw
actually-
blades all over the place.
This
I
whole
got a
mountain
bomb
is a
in both
trap.
hands.
Yep, the entire
Fallout
thing.
Free
It's
Blue.
you guys are actually in Super Meat Boy now.
Oh fuck! I'm out of here. I quit the game. No
you
way.
know the only way to win at Super Meat Boy is to not move.
Yeah.
Not moving.
Okay. So, is there anything on the ground or like even tracks to show if there's any movement through here recently?
So you don't
'Cause I
find
was looking
any.
before.
You don't find any tracks around this particular campsite. It looks like it's been abandoned since the last snowfall.
Which was yesterday. So I don't know
Yeah.
if we can trust that.
Fair enough.
So I'm gonna roll perception to see what's in the tents, if there's anything else like bed
Well, see,
sheets and stuff like
I
that.
stealthed up to this bush over here. Oh, okay. Guess we're just going right in. Fuck it. Let's do this.
I observe that it's all snow.
Yep.
So what's in the tent?
The
He's-
ground is covered in cocaine.
You spent some time making a snowman.
Do you want to build a snowman? So what's in the tents? I perceived and
Okay, so you peek in the tent, and it looks like the door to this has been, or the tent flap door thing has been open for quite a while, and there's all kinds of snow on the inside of the tent, and there doesn't seem to be any sign of anybody having been here. There's no belongings, no coin purses, no bedrolls. Although you do notice there's a bedroll in the bushes a few feet away.
Ooh.
Xantham notices this.
Yes.
You share it with us?
Yeah. Hey guys, there's a bedroll over in this. Who
Oh
wants
my
to check it out? Looks a bit
Looking at this
sketchy.
bedroll.
What in the geesh?
I look around to make sure nobody's moving in the bushes nearby. Never mind. I don't do that.
You scared us.
So
Surprise.
you don't find anybody moving in. You don't hear anything moving in the bushes, but you do find Xantham on a hunch digs through the snow a little bit, and she finds some traces of blood,
Oh gods, where?
frozen blood, just a little bit, like by the pillow of the bedroll.
Well, I thought that you said there weren't any pillows, but the
Well, whatever
on the
the
bush?
round thing
Yeah.
is.
oh
I'm gonna bring up the fact that we are probably nearing the path of the journal people that we read about.
yeah. Hey guys, you want to check out this blood? Does someone want to like test it with their magic? I don't know what you guys do.
I taste the blood.
No,
Knowledge
don't do
blood.
it.
No,
I
it's
appraise the
blood.
taste of the blood.
I taste the blood.
Gross. You're gonna get AIDS, or worse.
If it was
I've
if it was
had
AIDS,
worse.
it would have been killed by the cold a long time ago. AIDS doesn't last
Mm.
very long outside.
The
of
AIDS
body.
virus can't survive in my system. Do you know how many inhuman amounts of drugs I have in me at all times?
You're
I'm
still
actually a little
functioning. I guess
curious.
it's okay.
I realize there's blood on that pillow, but is that just a giant mound of snow over there?
Over where?
It looks like a face, a grizzly bear face.
Yeah, it's sort of just like a hill.
I'm going to walk over to the hill and inspect it.
Sometimes these things happen when
No.
Darpe slaps a map together and mirrors it.
Is the hill perfectly symmetrical? Can I appreciate it?
Yeah, you can appreciate it if you want.
I think I'll do that.
Wow.
You're really
okay, well,
weird.
we're all pretty tired, so I go inside this large tent and try to start pushing out the snow, cleaning
I
it
want to
out.
examine the bloody mattress.
This
Thing.
is a bed pillow.
Why are we sleeping in a
pillow.
place where someone was obviously
Yeah,
murdered?
I would
Just
rather
gonna bring
Damn
that
it.
up.
not. I think we should
can't
build our own
perceive any-
tents. Don't we have our tents?
I think we
that
should
were
sleep in. I think we should sleep inside of the cabin or the inside of the wagon.
Can we all fit?
Yeah, of course.
Probably. We've been driving it here.
Oh,
It'll be a
okay.
bit snug, but
Can we look
Our body
around
heat
for
will
more
keep us warm.
things?
You could
I
look.
feel like there are more things to notice.
It could be.
Anybody want to check out some blood?
Yeah, can you do any magic stuff on the blood? What if you turn
Probably
into a
not.
vampire if you taste it?
I mean, I already have vampire
Don't
blood.
tempt me.
We
And I
have
would
a vampire
totally
in our party. We
probably-
can ask him to taste it, but then he will have the taste of blood in his mouth, and we're a
Also,
bunch of
can't-
live people.
Can't vampires not drink the dead man's blood? Isn't that like kind of a thing?
maybe in like fucking Supernatural.
I thought
Considering
that
that,
is a real thing.
considering that vampire slit the man's throat, and
Interview
cut
with
his
a
head off,
vampire.
and drank the blood.
That's where that comes from.
Okay, after clearing the snow out of the tent, I'm gonna try to disassemble the tent and use it as a covering for Blanchy so that he stays warm overnight.
Oh, that's so sweet.
We
If
have
I'm allowed to
Aw.
do that.
Yup.
Let's say we should take the materials from the
So
tent.
you should shrink. You should just shrink the tent down to Blanchy's size and just put it over Blanchy, and
I
then just
could,
link it
I
to
could,
the token.
I could brew a shrink person potion for Blanchy, so he'd just be a little pony and he could sleep with us.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Yeah, until the middle of the night, all of a sudden we're like, "Oh, sweet Jesus!"
Ride him
Help
like a
me, Jesus.
skateboard.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so I feel like there's more to figure out about this bloody tent and stuff, but apparently people are not looking. We're incredibly uninquisitive about this,
Well,
and I can't perceive for shit.
Oh, Brumar's type
Okay.
from the dead.
I'm looking a little bit further. Is there any more blood?
Oh, you know,
Mm.
I have this like memory of Brumar, and in my drugged out haze, he's telling me I'm overthinking stuff, as Brumar tends to do. So let's sleep here.
I'm gonna sleep
So
inside.
let's sleep
I'm
here.
gonna sleep inside.
I'm gonna
Let's
sleep in
sleep.
the.
Let's sleep in
Wagon.
this murder scene.
I'm not sleeping at the murder scene. I'm sleeping at least 30 feet away from the murder scene, in a covered wagon.
I think you guys, my arrogance gets the better of me, and I'm like, "Pff, I'll sleep in the tent. You guys go
Well-
freeze
well,
out
I-
there
I
if you
Tent
want
is on
to.
Blanchy.
Yeah, the tent is on
The
Blanchy.
whole you took the whole
I
tent.
took
Yep,
the whole tent out
and
and
used
used
it
it
as a
blanket.
Is this
covering
one a
for
tent?
Blanchy.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping in this tent.
You
There's
know,
a
body
fucking
warmth is
blanket
gonna
right
keep
over
you
here.
warm, but it's covered in blood.
It's not covered in blood. The snow has blood on it. The bedroll itself is fine.
Mhm.
It
So-
actually looks
Gross.
as though somebody might have been dragged away.
Well, it's no one we knew.
But we know that that didn't happen because we're
Can you
overthinking
test the
things.
blood with the journal blood, or is that even possible? Do we have magic like that to see?
Do we have DNA testing here?
You're the
Yeah, we
father,
do. We have a
Zuzu.
vampire.
Who the hell typed as Brumar? Lol.
None of us have control of his token because you took it away from us.
I didn't type that.
It's a
I still
ghost.
have
I can
control
type the
over mine.
stupid thingy. Apparently, everyone can.
Wait, the wagon is mine. Why can everyone type a stupid thingy?
Because I named it, therefore it's mine. Do you not remember that argument?
Okay. We're getting away from the thing.
We are.
Yep, a little
I'm
bit.
gonna sleep.
Let's go sleep.
Well, I hope you don't
Can't
freeze
do-
to death by yourself.
I like to
We
live
should set
dangerously.
watches.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
I'll do late night.
I'll do first watch.
Second.
Does Saverick want to do? Yeah, Saverick want to do late night because you actually have dark vision.
Cool. Then I'll do the morning.
Do it.
Well, are we all good for the first watch?
Okay, so who's first watch?
Me.
Zuzu. Okay, and then second.
Zab.
Hang on.
Ooh, nice
Ooh.
roll.
Who's third?
That would be. Carrick was second.
Just like that. Who's fourth?
Yeah.
Me.
Okay, doing 2-hour watches. Cool.
I'm telling you, we are going to make this wagon like living soon.
Like talking wood?
Yeah.
Ooh, well then it'll feel bad that you carved on it.
You guys drew a panda bear.
It's a name tag.
It's a tattoo.
Oh, Cycle's being antisocial. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna freeze to death because he has
He
no
lost
body
a
warmth.
smoking buddy.
That's fair assessment.
I mean,
All
if I was
right.
on watch, I'd be sitting here to make sure I saw everybody in the bush.
You'd freeze, it's cold.
In the bush? Nah, I have wind cover. I just have a blanket with me.
All right, so first watch, nothing happens.
Cool.
It's a little chilly, there's some wind. You get tired and you go trade off with Carrick.
I'm gonna do a stealth check for mine as well, because I'm hiding in that bush.
So you rolled a nat 20.
The mighty
Rolled a
bush.
nat 20 for. So you know, I have a chance to drop on whatever is fucking here if there's one.
Okay, just a second. That'll work. Da-da-da.
Good thing you did stealth. Sounds like something's coming up.
Could be.
With a nat 20, I don't see it.
No, hold on. I'm getting ready.
Oh, fuck you guys. It's a big snow bear.
A big snow bear.
Oh! The hill behind you
It's
is turning into a
fucking
snow
Beppo.
panda.
Bear-shaped snow golem.
Or we just all pee on it and it melts.
That's a very interesting theory.
Ooh, I can conjure a bunch of water and you can make it slightly warm.
Yeah.
It's Beppo.
So during second shift, probably about an hour in,
Oh,
you
that's great.
you see this big guy lumbering over, actually over here between these bushes. You see him just kind of
Towards
standing,
us?
checking stuff out. Yep.
Well, Snow, can't you hear the
Okay.
crunching of it? It's kind of hard to stealth.
Who says he's
Well,
stealthing?
I see him, but everyone else is
Oh.
dead asleep. Does anyone else hear him coming from like asleep? Like give him negatives? See if anyone wakes up. Because I
Roll
mean,
to
He
roll.
hasn't really
He
made
does
any
howl.
significant sound yet.
okay.
A gigantic
going to-
motherfucker. How do we not hear it?
Or feel the earth shaking under me.
He's not big enough to shake the earth, guys.
I thought he's a
Oh.
Etten. He's a giant.
He's like he's 8 feet tall.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought he was like way bigger.
So like no, I
Big
mean like
mother.
he's Shaquille O'Neal big. He's
Yeah.
got 2 heads and he's ripjacked like fucking.
Yep, two-headed
Terry
Shaquille
Crews.
O'Neal's a good
Yeah.
synopsis.
Okay.
Oh god, 2 Shaquille O'Neals like I'll nurture my skin.
Shazam!
Shazam! Like walking through the night, that's their howl. Shazam! Okay. Well, he hasn't made a move. I don't know if he knows whether or not we're actually here, because you know, Cycle's in the tent, possibly snowing. The rest are in the covered wagon in the back. There's no light. I just managed to see him, and Blanchie's probably fucking lying down in the back, and it's near the middle of the night. So I'm going to wait just a minute to see what he decides to do.
So
Because if he starts making a move towards us, I am going to alert everyone.
okay.
Caca.
So caca.
He's gonna make a bird noise.
Yeah, I
It'd
can
be
with
so funny if he
linguistics.
made a.
No, with linguistics I can go. No, I could.
Oh
I have
my
a
God.
linguistics of +8. Fucking really loudly, people. Because if he starts trying to sneak, I see his ass. Just a
You
fucking
could
8 foot
dive
tall
off him
sneak.
like a bird.
So while you're
don't have
waiting,
flight
you
yet.
see that one of
Mm.
his heads is kind of scanning the two tents, but the other one seems like it's looking
Well,
right at
wouldn't
you.
it be one tent? Because I disassembled one and
Oh,
put
he
it on
gets 2
Blanchy.
spots.
Oh, fair
fuck.
enough.
Nice catch.
So yeah, I guess he's just looking at the one tent right now, and he's looking at the bushes that you're in, but it's hard to tell since it's so dark whether or not he has seen you. But one of his heads is looking your way.
Oh, thank goodness. I think.
He
I'm
starts
gonna
to
go with the
very
safer-
slowly move.
Okay, I'm gonna stealth over to the tent and wake everyone up.
What about
The
our other
wagon?
friend?
The wagon.
Yeah.
The wagon. Stealth over to the wagon.
Successfully.
I would hope.
That is a stealth check.
And he did it.
Yeah, I just
He
did.
did it.
Yep, yeah, you did it. It's a stealth check.
Okay.
Yeah, but he did it already.
I know.
But he can't tell us the result, is what he's saying.
Okay, I'm gonna shake everybody. I'm gonna shake everyone. Like
Oh
shake,
god,
baby,
why
shake,
is he
wait.
mov- Good morning.
Everyone, get the fuck up.
Oh gods, oh gods.
Okay.
Are we gonna wake up
take it.
our other friend?
Okay. Well, I have the
How do we
feeling he
do
sees
that?
everyone else, and I'm gonna start sprinting over towards Cycle's tent. That
Meta.
way I can make that happen.
Blanchy rolls an initiative.
What?
Yay!
It's a war-trained horse. It actually does roll initiative.
Fair enough. And the last time
It's
that I
got
did this
profession
combat with
soldiers.
players, they sacrificed their horse to save the party.
No, that's
Well,
terrible.
we won't be doing that.
We care about our animals.
Blanchy gets all of my good berries.
So can I start to sprint towards what's his face, or are we gonna wait till my turn?
Okay. So while you were
Give
waking
me the
everyone
roll
up,
initiative.
he heard you waking people up and he came towards you. So I think right now we're going to start initiative. And what was the question?
Well, he roared. So does
Yeah.
Cycle get a perception
Oh,
check to see
yeah.
if he's awake?
Definitely Cycle gets a perception check for that.
Yeah, that's probably pretty loud.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we heard him all the way.
Oh
from the
yeah, you wake
canyon,
up for
so-
sure.
And I apparently am more ready to deal with it than anybody else, considering that I probably fell asleep with 2 bombs in either hand. Well, a bomb in either hand.
No, remember you say
For
you
just
sleep
such
bomb.
an occasion. I
Yeah,
sleep.
you
I
sleep
do.
bomb,
I
remember?
sleep bomb as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck the perception check. Let's just say that I'm completely sleepwalking throughout this entire combat.
Oh my
Nothing
gosh.
is happening
Well,
intelligently.
okay, so, I mean, I think that he should be allowed to do that, but that means that you have to random all of your actions.
Oh fuck that.
That seems
The
risky.
Great Random hates me for most of the time.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Hey, a bomb right
I think
to
that would be an
Keurig face."
interesting,
How do you random for your actions?
like
Yeah.
pick a set of
Like,
actions that you would normally do while you were sleeping, like sleep bombing, and just like roll a dice and have the dice
Yeah, so
decide
like
for
you
you.
roll 1d6 to choose.
Huh.
You choose who's 1 through 6.
And then
roll
you
a
name a
d6 to
target,
see-
yep.
yeah. And then you like roll 1 through 6 to see if you.
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
It seems
Exactly.
bad.
Considering there's only a 1 in 6
Yeah.
chance you'll hit the enemy. and
Maybe
a
if I
5
yeah,
in 6
that
chance
that
you'll hit
just
us.
seems not good.
Okay,
You
so
are,
there's
however,
there's
entitled
no
to-
surprise round, but Cycle is prone because he woke up after the roar. So
Throw bombs out
Although-
of the tent.
The Etten was heading towards us, so
true. But like Keurig had time to come over and wake you guys up, so you guys were already
Yeah, wake up
ready to
up the
go.
3. Wake up the 3 instead of the 1, even though he has a lot of bombs. He was definitely coming this way.
He chose to sleep by himself.
So a little meta knowledge. Did he actually see me, Darp?
Yeah, he rolled a 31.
Okay, so he saw me.
Whew.
He saw the shit out of you.
With his special eyes.
He only has eyes for you.
He's
Oh,
he has
well,
a bird
maybe- hold on.
fetish. He likes
I
to slowly
attempt to
pluck each
seduce him.
feather.
So, out of curiosity, are his heads independent, like entities, or does he just have two heads?
They are independent, yes.
They might fight
Is-
each other.
But we'll
Are
need
his heads?
but we'll
the
need some
only
knowledge
thing
rolls if we want to
that
know
he has
stuff.
2 of.
No, he
Knowledge
has 4 of
rolls.
those before you ask.
Nice. Wait, what are we doing?
With
Try
knowledge
to learn
nature,
about what this is. Although I
knowledge
think I
nature. I can
know
tell
about
you.
Ettins from before, but
Oh, from where was that from?
well, when we heard Ettins in the woods a few days ago.
And
Ah.
saw one. Didn't
I
we see
roll
one too?
perception.
You did
to
see
what it
one,
looks
yeah.
like.
Yeah,
So with
I
12,
could use a refresher.
I'll tell you that they prefer cold hills. They travel by themselves. They're known as Ettins. Yeah, that's all you get for 12.
What
Cycle
about
get.
for 21?
For 21, you know that they tend to fight with flails or javelins because, well, just because that's their preferred weapons, and because each of its 2 heads controls an arm, the Ettin does not take a penalty as far as, well, okay, I should frame that differently. So each of its heads controls 1 arm, so they're capable of attacking different targets at the same time. If that makes sense.
Guys,
Interesting.
each of their heads control 1 arm,
Oh.
so they're capable of attacking different targets at the same time.
That's scary.
Pass it on.
Okay, so I did a perception to see what this creature looks like. Can you describe more of his features and what he's carrying and
So I
gear and
think
stuff like
actually,
that?
Cycle, you are not able to pass that on to them without yelling it.
Yeah, it's true. Well, fuck it, I'll yell it.
And let the Ettin know where you are.
Arrogance.
Well,
Because right now, I don't think he knows, or at least it doesn't seem
he
like
doesn't
he
even know
knows.
where I am. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. No, I'm not gonna yell it yet.
Yeah, you could get a surprise round in on this bitch.
No.
Fucking just straight up his back. Really? Well, I mean, I know it's at the start of combat, but he couldn't do like an ambush on him.
He could stealth, but
Okay,
will
Cycle,
right.
give me a
Stealth
stealth check.
Stealth attacks are weird in this.
Can't
Trish,
do
you
that.
should tell me what this creature's carrying and what he looks like and all gear and stuff.
He has a flail in both hands.
Oh, I'm doomed.
Is he wearing any armor?
He is
Can't just-
wearing
Ragged leather.
just really ragged leather, yeah, and some chainmail. It looks like he's pieced it together from people that he's killed.
he's wearing the armor of corpses.
Pretty
Okay.
much.
Rumor!
Anything else that would help me? Because I won't find any weak spots or whatever. If there's such a thing.
The armor's weak below the chin.
Hmm.
He's a bulge.
Not with perception, I'm sorry. But
Shoot him in the
Aw.
faces.
let's see.
Does he smell bad?
Of course.
Great.
Could have rolled a 2 and found that.
So with Knowledge Nature 21, we'll go into a little bit more detail, I suppose. They superficially resemble hill or stone giants, but they have like tusked facial features, so they look like they might be part orc. That's what gives them away as being Ettins rather than giants. You know that adult Ettins are about 13 feet tall and weigh 5,200 pounds. They live to be about 75.
Holy.
They have no language of their own, but speak a little bit of giant, goblin, and orc. Creatures that speak any of these languages have a DC check to actually communicate with them, because it's like a slosh of the 3.
It's like Yiddish to German
Yeah.
and Hebrew.
Yep. Ettins aren't very intelligent, but they're pretty cunning. They prefer to ambush their victims rather than charge into a fight. But once battle has started, they tend to just fight furiously until all enemies are dead.
So, how big did you say they get? 5,000 pounds?
13 feet tall, 5,200 pounds.
2 shacks.
Okay, so this is a baby one then.
Yeah, this guy is
Or
about
an
this guy's about
adolescent or
8 feet.
something.
Yeah.
Why would they
Oh,
have
it's
two?
so
8 to
Just
12.
one. I think it'd only be 1 head. 3 heads total.
Ettins? No.
Yeah.
Ettins have 2. Hill giants have 1.
Oh.
Mhm.
And the heads can fight. Well, I mean, if we're following lore of other things, the heads sometimes argue.
So anyway, instead of a stealth check, can I just quickly drink my invisibility potion?
I would allow that, yeah.
Okay, I use my invisibility potion.
Man,
So
you'd
now
think
do I
someone
get
who
a
was arrogant would
surprise
just
round?
walk out.
I'm also incredibly intelligent.
But wouldn't you see the tracks in the snow where you're at?
He's
Well,
pretty
it's been-
stupid.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
He's dummy.
They're cunning but dumb.
He'd see us and be like, "Oh, me smash," but he'd see the footprints and think, "Ah, they were."
Okay,
not
I
bad.
suppose. Well, no, you woke up after the Etten roar, but still he
Mhm.
didn't see you. So I guess you would have seen him. Yeah, there'd be a surprise round between you and the Etten, or just you rather. So you can take an action right now if you'd like.
Okay. In that case, well, he's running toward you guys. I guess the question is, are you guys gonna back me up if I fucking don't answer that because I wouldn't know it in this situation. My bombs are 20 feet, right? So I'm no longer prone, or do I stand up? Is that a move action?
Yeah, you'd have to stand up.
All right, so I stand up. That's one thing.
For
I'm gonna use my
surprise
quick
rounds,
runner
actually,
shirt.
wait.
Oh,
Wait. So because me and Cycle have what is it?
Oh
what's
yeah,
it called?
lookout.
yo.
We have lookout. So if he gets a surprise round action, that means that he gets a full action.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
Nice.
blow his face up.
You have to be adjacent to the ally, though.
Wait, does
shit.
it?
They're close. They're close in their minds and soul. Look at that. That's
They're
big
close
time.
in their
I-
minds and souls.
I should have slept in the wagon. Damn it.
And that's what you get
Next
for sleeping
time-
alone.
Mm-hmm.
Next
Okay,
time, you
so-
I'm
can
glad you
level
guys
up to
remembered,
third
though.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Next time, make sure you always
Yeah, whenever you're
cuddle up
adjacent
to
who also
third
has the
person.
speed, you may act in the surprise round as long as your allies would normally be able to act. And
Okay.
if you would normally be
Doesn't like
denied the ability, your
cuddle.
initiative is equal to your initiative. And then if both you and your allies would be able to act in the surprise round, then you can both take a standard action and a move action. So we both have to be in the surprise round for that part to work.
Mm-hmm.
So you two
Okay.
just sleep together then.
So yeah, we need to just sleep
Yep.
together.
Time to cuddle up. I call a little spoon. All right. So I stand up. That's my move action, I guess. So what do I get in a surprise round?
I
Or does I
guess
just
the
get one?
surprise round would let you stand up, I suppose.
Okay. So what if I also use my quick runner thing for another move action?
I'm not sure if you. I guess that would work.
Can I use
Yeah.
that?
Why not just use the quick runner shirt to do the action of movement, then throw? Because then you'd still have a full action to throw.
Yeah, that's true. I like that.
Let's do that then. I don't know if I can do them in order like that.
I think
so
you
I can do
can.
a full move. So prone, I do my quick runner prone move. I don't get any bonus from hitting them from behind, do I?
No, there's no facing in Pathfinder.
Okay.
Even though he's facing that way with two faces, mind you.
Jesus.
Are those bushes like an obstacle?
Yeah.
What about the mountain?
It would be uneven terrain. It'd be like climbing.
Fuck. Alright. Shit, you guys.
I don't know. I would just
Don't know
move
why you're
like
talking to us.
out here because he's going this way. So like if you move out here, then hopefully
Yeah.
next round you can like attack. You
Huck
I
it
don't
up
think you'll be
over
able
the-
to.
huck
It
it up
depends
over
where
the
you guys are
snowbank.
going.
Well, we're gonna surround him. Saverick is on the other side of the wagon. And meanwhile, I'm standing in front of a 12-foot
Well,
tall
I'm
double
still
Shaquille
invisible,
O'Neal.
so I guess I'm just gonna like run like here then.
That works.
Just stay prone for this round.
No, he already popped up. So he's taken 2 moves.
Yeah.
Wait, so he's visible?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. No, because
I'm
I see the
invisible.
prone thing.
Yeah.
Okay, Etten's turn. What's his movement anyway? Jeez.
I hope it's not what I think it is.
40 feet. That's not bad.
40.
Oh fuck!
Oh.
Oh boy. Get him, Blanchy! No, don't get him, Blanchy. Hello, giant man. Bye, everyone.
It was nice knowing y'all.
Fly,
This
you
is gonna be like
fools.
the hill giants from fucking Skyrim. I just
Wait,
know it.
actually, was Blenchy right in front of him there?
Yeah.
She was.
Well,
He would-
Blanchy was asleep. Would he go for Blanchy? Like
He
Blanchy's
would
a horse.
he would
He was
totes
over
go for
here.
Blenchy if Blenchy was already there.
Especially since
was
they're
over
too
here.
dumb to figure out. Yeah. Yeah, but he was looking. The way he was looking, he was kind of like.
He was
"Meh,"
cockeyed, yeah.
And Blanchy was
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Originally, he was eyeballing you guys.
Well, he was eyeballing me. I got into the thing, but
Yeah, that's true.
Eyeballing me, boy.
So I guess he would come to you.
wouldn't he come for the bigger meal? I mean, I'm sure he's eating people. That's kind of what
That's
they do.
pretty. Yeah, that's kind of what I was
Yeah.
wondering. I'll just roll
Because
it
like he's
random.
hunting.
Are you 1 or 2, Kirik?
I'll be one.
What if Blanchy wants to be one?
Ah, he came for you.
Cool. Well, what'd he hit me for?
So he took a move, so I guess he can't do full round action. Or can he? Hold on.
Well, if you can do a full round action, I'm pretty sure I am fucked.
I'm not sure if it counts as a full round action since each arm is considered its own entity. I'm trying to figure that out right now. I think it would still count as a full round. So he just attacks with 1 flail.
He only has to roll 2.
Oh god.
Yeah.
His BAB is high enough that he gets extra attacks. Oh fuck!
Yep.
Told you. He's gonna fuck
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Whole point of this.
He is. He's a
Does
12-foot tall
does
double
a
Shaquille O'Neal.
does a 27 hit?
It hits me twice, actually, technically speaking. Oh, almost. It almost.
Okay,
hits me twice.
so you take 12 points of damage.
Cool.
No, Birdman.
We'll
So
resuscitate you.
I'm curious.
I don't think you can resuscitate a puddle.
Is it all supposed to be
On
one
the
bush,
upside.
or like what is this thing right here? Because like you changed the textures there. Okay. So it's just snow on top of it.
Yeah, that was the
Gotcha.
idea. Because I
Okay.
can't actually change that part of the map.
Okay, that's cool.
Savage,
I just wanted to
get
know
your
like if
old
the
ass
bush
over
was
here.
all the way around there.
I'll just put it over here. There we go. That
Okay,
looks like
cool.
less crap. So Cycle Mara, what
You
you gonna
said it,
do?
we didn't.
Okay, so I'm not fully sure I understand what happened last round. I guess so. I stood up, so I'm not prone.
Correct.
Okay. What is the little? Is that a little prone counter that I have on my dude?
Yeah, I'll take it off.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay, well I should have saved my quick runner shirt then, so I could just run over twice. But it doesn't really make a difference. So I'm just gonna run here.
I like it.
And I guess that's all I really have to do, because I can't also shoot.
Yeah, you can.
I can?
It's not surprise round anymore.
Oh,
Surprise round's only
so
one
running,
round.
so I can run 25 feet and still do an action?
Yeah, you just can't do 2 bombs. You can only throw 1.
Oh.
Or shoot 1 arrow or whatever.
Fuck!
Is that not one? Oh,
Yeah.
goody.
God damn it.
Cool. You're not even doing random. You're still gonna hit me right in the face.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna go between his fucking giant goddamn dong and his legs and hit me right in the fucking face. He's 12
Aw.
feet tall. It's right. It's in
Well,
my
this one's
face.
8 feet tall. He's a baby.
He's probably like a year and a half old then, because they grow
He's
to
just
adult
a
size. in
little
a year.
guy.
He's not a little guy.
He's just a little
I'm 4
tyke.
feet tall. He's twice my size, and
He's all-
probably somewhere in the
he's
area
all-
4 times my weight.
Plumb tuckered out.
He just took it out. No,
You just-
you
just-
killed him.
You just pumped
So
out.
you
Yeah.
you take your bomb out of the bandolier and you get ready to throw it, but you like have snow on your hand or something, and it slips and falls at your feet.
You were just fucking waiting for me to fuck up these bombs one time, weren't you?
Pretty much.
He has an
fucking
entire
knew it.
fail table for you.
Um,
Oh, I'm sure. I'm positive.
Add
Um,
something new every day.
So you take your splash damage worth of
1d. So what is it?
Seven.
7?
I think it's 7.
Seven.
Yeah.
Yeah. 7. And I'm down a bomb.
Yep.
I'd
Blanchie's
throw
turn,
anything.
I
I should have
guess.
gone with snowball.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out his attack stuff. Okay, so he gets +2 on all rolls. And special abilities, he's +4 to AC and CMD, and then +2 to HP. Okay. So Blanchie is gonna walk up
What the fuck?
behind him,
What the fuck?
and Blanchie's gonna bite
Remember,
him.
he's covered in tent armor too, so our Blanchie is pretty fucking tough.
Yeah, he's covered in. Well,
He's got a
actually,
tarp.
I mean,
Tent armor.
the act of standing up would probably have made the tent fall off.
Maybe.
So he might
Nah.
not have that, but
When you were in bed, I went and tied ropes and strapped the tent around him, so he has canvas armor.
Just like
Yes.
that.
Fuck's
Ropes
doing
and
porn.
beds and.
I don't think that noise, that music doesn't play in bondage videos. Let me just tell you.
Oh,
okay, so that's
yeah.
his attack roll for his
Nice.
bite.
Yes, it does.
Holy
And
shit!
it's a flank, so it's another +2.
Yep, that's pretty good.
Because
So
there's me.
24. And then his damage is absolutely ridiculous. Holy shit, 1d4 +7.
You think that's ridiculous because you're a caster. It's cute.
I don't do any damage. That's amazing.
Yeah, wait till you get to level 10. You can summon fucking some crazy
9
shit.
points? Okay.
Good. He reared up and hit him in the back. Maybe he'll turn around and not hit me in the face. I can't take another club to the face, especially not 2 clubs to the face.
Okay, Carrick's turn.
Double attack! And he's being flanked, so
Yep.
time to fail and fail. Why is it always the short sword? I don't get it. The short sword hits every fucking time, but Night Kiss, the epic blade of magic, doesn't do shit.
I don't know, man.
That's with a +8.
Keeps you up at night. So the 26 will hit. The 11 will not. But you probably already guessed
So-
that. So
Yeah.
13
With something-
damage.
Anything bigger than a bear, I don't expect anything less than like a 15 from me to hit. At least.
Saverick.
So 13 damage.
And in the future, if you feel a little scared that you're going to get walloped the next round, you can do what's called
Okay,
fighting.
stealth.
You can fight defensively, so it lowers your chance to hit, but it increases your AC.
But it's only by my base attack bonus, which is 1.
That's still
Like,
a lot, man.
1 AC on a guy who gets a +12 on his first hit isn't dick.
Can I get under, over, and/or around the wagon?
Yeah.
And put myself right there. Okay.
Let's see. 10, 15, so that's 25. Yep, you're good.
Yeah, and he's getting.
Cool.
And you get another, and you get a flanking roll. And then add 2 for flanking?
Yes.
2 to my damage.
2 to
No,
the
no,
attack
2 to
roll.
the attack. So that puts it to
Ah, gotcha.
19.
19
Coolio.
will hit.
Sweet.
All right,
So
then.
safe to say his AC is like 18 or 19. which is pretty good, actually. I was expecting somewhere in the area of like 22.
I think it's all natural armor. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's only wearing just leather for cold purposes, I'm sure. Like, yeah, it's
Whack!
nothing great.
Wow. Max damage.
Cool.
He gets the poke of the glaive.
Elithus.
I don't get poked with the glaive.
Okay, so I right next to Keurig, so I kind of want to like use my awesome feat that we have, but it's also kind of pointless because I can just take 5-foot steps. I'm gonna cast Wilderness Soldiers.
Oh god.
30-foot radius around me. Duration for 4 levels. I call on the plants nearby to aid me in combat.
Get him, Bush.
I can spend a swift action and or standard action on each of my turns to direct one of the following attacks. The attack bonus or CMB for these attacks equals my base attack bonus plus my wisdom modifier. And I get a +1 bonus per 3 caster levels, so +1 on damage rolls. Wilderness soldiers never provoke attacks of opportunity and do not count as allies for flanking or other purposes. Tree. Tree makes melee attack. What is the thing, a tree or a bush? Like
It's a bush.
okay, bush. Acting as a medium creature, 1 square of undergrowth or hedgerow. Attempts to grapple, combat maneuver against an opponent within or adjacent to that square. Heavy undergrowth gains a +2 bonus to its CMD. Undergrowth cannot move or grapple or pin a foe, but it can deal an amount of damage equal to 1d4 plus your wisdom modifier plus the other stuff from the spell. By making a successful grapple check against the foe's grapple. Undergrowth CMD is 5 plus its CMB.
So you need to roll a combat maneuver then.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, you're rolling a grapple, so it's your CMB.
I roll my CMB.
The plant's CMB or whatever.
What would the plant CMB be?
I don't know. Does it not say in the spell?
Not in the one that I was looking at.
What's it called?
Wilderness Soldiers.
That's a sexy spell.
I know. I've been wanting to use it for like 3 days.
Act as a medium creature, 1 square of undergrowth, attempts a grapple combat maneuver against an opponent, blah, blah, blah. Undergrowth gains a +2 to its CMD, so that's like its ability to not blah, blah, blah. Undergrowth cannot move the grapple or pinned foe, obviously, because it can't move. It can deal damage. The undergrowth CMD is 5 plus its CMB, but what's its CMB?
I know. This is a horribly
What's the
worded
tree's
spell.
CMB? Trees aren't very maneuverable. I'd assume it would just use yours.
Okay, undergrowth. Vines, roots, and short bushes cover much of the ground's forest, yada yada. Space covered with light undergrowth costs 2 squares of movement, yada yada. Undergrowth increases DC of acrobatics, yada yada. Heavy undergrowth costs 4 squares, blah blah blah. Increase DC. Damn it. Easy to hide.
Let me just check like Pathfinder rules. Somebody has to have asked this before.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Keurig, if you hide in undergrowth, it gives you a +5 circumstance bonus on stealth checks.
Well, I didn't add that earlier, and it wouldn't have really mattered if I did, I wouldn't think.
No, because you didn't roll a 26. You rolled a 21.
Yeah, wasn't enough to, wasn't enough. Especially
But in the
against
future,
30.
you just like have to hide on the outside square so you don't, because it does give you the movement penalty. But
Oh.
oh, what?
There it is. The attack bonus or CMB for these attacks equals your base attack bonus plus your wisdom modifier.
Okay, so my bad plus whiz.
Yep.
Okay, give me a sec. Whiz is 3.
That'll scale much better late game. Definitely.
Give me a second. Roll20 is being frozen. Also, I think my BAB is also 3. Yes, it is. So 6. And that's
Yikes.
the CMB or CMD.
That's the CMB. It's what you add to your D20.
Okay, and the CMD is 5 plus the CMB. So CMB is 6.
That's the, yeah. You right.
So this is the grapple check.
19. Okay, where's his CMD? Oh wow. Oh wow. So the bush reaches out to try to grab him, and the Etten just sort of like fights with his leg a little bit, but he tugs free. At least this round. Doesn't that stay up?
Yeah, I have Wilderness Soldier for 4 rounds, and I can spend an
You
action
can
every
keep
single
trying
round.
to. Okay, but does it eat your action? Oh yeah,
Yes, I
you have to
use my
spend.
action to tell it to do it.
You can spend a swift action and or a standard action on each of your turns to direct one of the
Oh,
following.
so I can do it. So I get a swift action too, right? Since I only did.
Why is it and or? That's bizarre.
So I can do 2 attempts. Or 1 attempt.
I don't think so. Hold on.
Maybe.
It's just bizarre that it's giving you swift or standard, but it doesn't describe a difference between the two. Like, a swift action happens faster than a standard action, so what's the difference as far as what the plants do? This is a weirdly worded spell.
Mm-hmm. The way I read it, there's no difference restriction on which action you can take with the spell. In fact, you should be able to use both your swift and standard actions to activate 1 attack each from the spell every round. Both of which could be the same option. 1 tree only, you get to pick the most advantageous one though. 1 opponent only. This distinction is important if you're fighting tiny or smaller creatures that can occupy a single square. So yeah.
Okay, so your swift originally by default it would be your swift action then, and then to do another one it would require your standard because you're directing the tree what to do, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I cast a spell, so I can't do another.
Right, because you already used a standard and a swift. Gotcha. Okay.
I can move here.
Yes.
And that means that Kirik can escape through me. Cough, cough. On your turn. Run away.
Why would I put him closer to you, who's even squishier than me?
Because I have
If
more
I-
health, and you're
Oh yeah.
hurting.
Another thing that Cyclemera knows that everyone else doesn't is that Ettins have 10-foot natural reach.
Yeah, but Kirik can now move like through any of the squares adjacent to me, so he can move like all the way over.
He could have moved if you weren't there,
here.
though. You can move
Well,
through
without-
allied squares, you just can't stop in them.
Well, no, without provoking an attack of opportunity, he can move all the way out to here.
Oh, like do a full round withdrawal?
Just his move action, period.
What? Do you have escape
We have-
route?
Yeah, we have that escape route for getting
Oh,
Kirik.
oh, wow. Look at you.
So he can run away if he likes. From the big scary Etten.
Okay, Xanthem's turn.
Okay, so I have quick runners. Do I need to use that, or can I just
But
go 30 feet?
That only gives you an extra move action, so use it wisely.
The
Use it
thing is, though-
wisely.
the thing is, though, you have to be right next to me to use escape route.
No. I don't.
You have to. Well,
You-
in the
it
description it says you have to be
says-
next to me.
No,
Like
you have to
adjacent,
move
right?
through adjacent squares.
So you can move through any of these squares and not provoke an attack of opportunity,
Yep.
which is awesome.
Oh shit.
Could you imagine 2 dervishes doing that around someone?
That's so lame.
Super dirty.
Anyway,
So can I move
Xanthem.
30 feet?
Yeah. Where are you gonna move? Oh, okay.
That's 30 feet.
Yes, but you're within 10 of the Etten.
Oh. So.
You'll provoke an attack of opportunity if you do that, so you'll have to either tumble or pick a different route.
Can I
Yeah.
tumble?
I would go this way.
Yeah, just go around.
Yep.
Okay, I'll go around. So how do I go around?
Just go around.
Yeah. I think it's
Cool.
safe to assume that as soon as I fucked my stealth up and was burning on my own acid, I would have been like, he's got a 10-foot reach.
Oh, actually, you're still invisible.
Fuck
You
outta
just
there. Oh.
caught fire.
Oh, well then never mind.
Is that a burning bush?
Invisible
Because
fire.
technically,
Scary as
invisibility
fuck.
doesn't end
Scary as fuck.
until you attack someone, and all you did was drop a bomb.
Uh-huh.
So moving I can't do. So moving was my action.
No, you can go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do one move and
Oh, okay.
one
Okay,
attack.
well,
Shoot.
okay, cool. All right, I'll just do rapid shot.
You cannot.
What?
You can shoot one arrow because you moved.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'll do deadly aim then.
That's a good plan.
So does that mean that Saverick was like running around like, I'm gonna flank this guy, and then he just looked over and he just saw like this flame bursting, and
It
for no
missed.
reason he was like, huh,
Basically, yeah.
that's weird.
Oh,
Might
you
as well
crit.
go flank him still.
That's
Yep.
another. That's the second nat 1 in this combat.
So does that mean I shoot my foot again, like I did last
What?
time?
Oh, man, that's the worst.
Or you shoot your brother. Or the
Oh.
boy.
Actually, you shoot your arrow into the air and lose grip of your bow, and you can only take a move action next round.
Fair enough.
Etten's turn. He got clobbered. He's not very happy with that.
The question is, which one does he attack?
The guy
Probably
that
the
gave him
dude with the
poke.
great sword.
Or the
Glaive.
horse.
Actually, he attacked him with the masterwork glaive.
Whatever. This guy's stupid. He doesn't know the difference.
Stat.
What he felt was
You poke me
"Ow!"
with sticky thing. Although he says it in order.
Has something me doing?
Oh boy.
Me not that kind of orc.
Oh god.
As you poke him in the ass.
What's your AC, Saverick?
I think it's 19.
Oh sweet Jesus.
Both of them hit him because they have huge bonuses.
It's nice knowing you.
What's your health?
It's only
Um,
29.
31 actually, because I had got a feat that gives me
Mhm.
extra 4 points.
Oh, okay.
Hang on just a second, let me double check.
Sounds like you're still a goner anyways. The way he was laughing.
Holy shit.
Yeah, 19.
Oh my Lanta. Okay.
Say goodbye to all the plot you were going to give us.
This has to split up. the Etten is not going to do that much damage to you. That's just not fair.
It's like 40 something
Found
probably.
him in the ground in one shot.
It's funny that you think it's 40.
DM, what are you doing to us?
What's Blanchy's health?
Not enough.
That is a good question. Give me a second.
What's our point buy in this game, Doug?
15.
I roll Blanche's health. Because I don't think we ever did that. Or do I have to use the standard?
Yeah, you'd use the standard. But I think he's actually
Nice.
just going to split his attacks between Kirik and Saverick. And they're going to be hurt a
I'm
lot.
going to be down. I'm going to be down.
Well, Blanche has 19 health.
You're already done.
Okay. Maybe he attacks all 3. Somehow.
I didn't think he could
And
do
that's still.
that.
It's.
It hits Blanchy.
I'm trying to do you
and
guys a
knocks
favor here.
Blanchy over, and
Try-
knocks Blanchy over, crushing Saverick, and then he spins around and hits me with his elbow and knocks me out.
Okay. So
Blanchy falls in the wagon, destroying our escape and all
True,
of
but
our
then you
supplies.
know.
he crits Saverick
Jesus Lord.
for 39.
Shit.
Oh,
You know, you can always like re-roll the damage he did. Like you
can.
don't have to fuck
you don't
us.
have to tell us that.
I just want to see what
No, not
happens.
he.
I
Do
want
you
to see what
want us all
happens.
to hate you now?
Yes.
Well, you're doing a good job.
Hey, you guys haven't had any fights where people have been bleeding out in your party. It's about time.
Fucking knew
He's
it.
not even a major character. Damn
We
it.
have two people who are literally shooting themselves in the face,
Yep.
and the other two
Dropping
people of
their
our party
fucking
who are
bow and
supposed to
arrow.
take all the damage.
We're gonna roll.
Are
We're
dying.
gonna roll ones right to hell.
Are getting one shot.
Kirik
3 people got 1 shot.
gets hit for 20.
Yay! I'm alive.
How much health
I
did you
Just
fucking have?
barely.
Blanchie
had
gets hit for
21 health.
25 and might be dead.
19. So he's at negative -6. It can stabilize.
How much con does he have?
How much con does
It's a
Blanchie have?
warhorse.
Yeah.
I imagine it's somewhere in the area of 13.
Yeah, give me a second. Con is 21.
Oh, he'll be fine.
Have we not leveled up Blanchie?
No, Blanchie hasn't been in any combat until now.
So you got 2 people on the
Yeah,
ground.
That's not the very first one.
Didn't you guys get a jumped on the road or something like that?
Yeah, we did.
But he wasn't part of the combat.
So the Etten just sort of like roars with
Hmm.
pride because he's knocked down 2 things.
And he gets a bonus of +8 to all of his hits from now on.
No.
Oh god.
So it's Cycle's
Um,
turn.
Take this, you freak bitch!
Choo-choo.
Holy fuck.
Wow, you
And I'm
meant
still,
business.
Guess what? Guess what?
The end
And
dies.
I'm behind
There's no way the end survives that.
Actually.
Oh, he'll survive it.
He
So-
roars in pain and he looks like he's really
Well,
hurting,
okay.
but he's
add the
still
2
alive.
plus
Okay.
7.
Wait. So I'm
Add
gonna
the
point
2
out that there are 3 splash damages for each of those bombs, adding 21 to
Wait, do
both
they?
of those. Because it hits every square around the one you target.
Oh
And
wow.
he fills up 4 squares. So like your first attack does 35 damage and your second attack does 34 damage.
Jesus.
Hell
He's
yes.
still alive.
Is that?
The
I
end's
thought
dead.
that I can only get splashed by one.
The end's dead? Yeah,
No, it
way to
splashes in
go,
all.
Bomber.
Like you choose which ones not to splash, but it splashes in all.
No,
of
I
the-
choose which ones. I choose where it hits. We've been using it to choose where it doesn't hit because I mostly only cared about not hitting you guys. But I get to choose exactly where the splashes land.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just choose the 3 ones around where you chose
Yeah.
to aim. And ta-da.
Good job.
Oh,
Okay.
we might have been playing this wrong the whole time.
I think. Yeah, because
I'm looking in the rule forums right now, and a guy's asking if a creature takes up more than 1 square, can it be affected by the direct hit grenade as well as the splash damage? This applies specifically to alchemist bombs. And the first reply says, no, a target is either hit directly or hit by splash damage, but not both.
Okay.
Too late. It's dead.
Gone.
Ah, I see.
So we've actually been
Next
playing that
turn.
wrong.
Yeah, we've been stacking splash damage
we've
on
been
top of
stacking
it.
Give him the
Granted,
good
this
berries.
is the like 3rd medium creature we've ever fought, so
That's true.
That is not a medium creature.
Or
12 foot tall is not medium.
large.
Oh,
large.
splash always goes to adjacent squares, so it's actually if you direct hit a medium target, it splashes the 8 squares around it. If you direct hit a large target, it direct splashes 12 squares around it.
Fucking A.
Wait, 12, not 16.
These squares would be splash.
Huh.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
then what does my perk do?
Your perk lets you choose any of these splash squares to omit.
Ah, I see. Okay.
So you
if
would
you
omit
want
Blanchie
to
and-
not
So I'll
kill
omit
Keurig.
Blanchie and Keurig. Yes. Nah, fuck Keurig. I'm just kidding.
Okay. So I'm gonna now that the end, if we've decided that. the
So
end
is he
is-
dead?
Yeah.
Is he dead?
He had 3 health. It's close enough.
He had 3 health?
After
Oh,
the
3 health left.
after the what is it? 27 damage you did.
Mm-hmm.
27.
Okay. Here's hoping that I don't murder either of you.
Alright, I'm gonna use my
Just
Cure
give
Light
him a good
Wounds.
berry.
Yep. Or
On,
kill
uh,
wounds.
Okay. I'm gonna guess good berries on the berries that I picked. Just give me a sec.
I'm gonna
Lie down.
cast my Cure Light Wounds on Saverick.
Well, before you do that, let me give
Won't
them good
work.
berries.
It'll kill me.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
Oh, I can't
forgot
give
about
Keurig
that.
a good berry. Can I do a
Saverick.
heal
Wait,
check to
Saverick, I thought
Saverick.
I thought we agreed that Saverick doesn't get hurt by holy damage
He
because
does
he's a
still.
Lightborn.
No, he's
He does
Lightborn. That
still.
makes him not vulnerable to light.
He can heal normally then.
So he can't be healed by positive magic, which good berries
Correct.
and cure light wounds are.
Correct.
But if we stabilize him, we can.
Then
Yeah,
you're fine. Yep.
So I get 3 good berries. I give 1 good berry to Blanchy, which would stabilize him, right?
Yep. He stops bleeding.
Okay. And then does he only get +1 health, or does he get 2/1 health from that? Because he's at -6 health right now. Why is he at -11 now?
Because AIDS.
I thought you said they died out in winter.
Why is it -4 now? I don't understand.
Because Roll20 is being a little shit.
Okay.
I attempt to perform first aid on myself. Oh, good. I didn't roll a 1.
Okay.
So can I
This-
just cure light wounds on Keurig?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do cure light wounds on Keurig. He
Okay.
is fine with it. This is to stabilize Saverick.
I would say you succeed.
'Kay.
He stops bleeding.
Hooray!
Can I
Um,
aid in the healing or
ouch.
no?
So when you're stabilized, like how much, like does it just stop bleeding? Like it stops
Yeah.
the negative effect. It doesn't actually do any heal. Okay.
No, it doesn't bring
Um,
you to positive. I
I'm
don't
gonna
think.
give the rest of my good berries for today to Blanchy with -3. Saverick, you're what the fuck?
We're level 4, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, and then I'm gonna cast Cure Light Wounds on him. Is Restoration Lesser positive magic?
Who are
Well,
you
I heal
casting it
for
on?
5. Keurig.
Elithis,
I
who are
have
you
Blanchy.
casting that magic
I'm gonna
on?
cast it on Blanchy.
Okay.
I can't cast it on Saverick.
I mean, you can.
Well, I would be a
You
dick
shouldn't.
to cast it.
you,
on
sh-
him.
you shouldn't, but you can.
He has warned us of the negative aspects of doing that. 1d8 plus.
You should probably treat deadly wounds on Saverick over the
Mhm.
next hour.
Restore 7 health to Blanchy. He's at 4, and then you said do what to Saverick over the
Treat
next hour?
deadly wounds is a heal check. It takes an hour.
Okay, and what does that do?
It restores 1 hit point per level of the creature. If you exceed the DC by 5 or more, you add your Wisdom mod to this amount.
Did I succeed?
What's the DC? I don't know. Treat deadly wounds. The DC is 20. You did not succeed.
So I did not succeed. Okay, well, so I failed in the first hour. I'm gonna cast Restoration Lesser on Blanchy. Look it up and see if I am allowed to cast it on Saverick. I don't think so, though.
Nope, they're both positive energy.
Dispels negative levels or energy to dispel. Cures all temperature restore.
Somebody's gonna have to pick up inflict moderate wounds or inflict minor wounds to heal him.
Single ability score.
Or
It actually
Saverick,
doesn't heal. Never mind, I'm not gonna cast the spell.
or Saverick may just want to grab a wand at some point if he can find one. Actually, I feel like that's something you would find and covet.
Can I aid in healing Keurig or no?
Well, at this point, if you sleep, you should be mostly okay.
Oh, okay. Because I have a
Um,
+1 in healing.
Okay, so actually, Restoration Lesser is entirely useless for healing, so I'm not gonna cast that.
Yeah, it's actually just for healing ability damage, which is really bad, but nobody got hit with that.
It's a good spell to know for like when it happens, but not one
Yep.
to pick for a day when you think you might be attacked.
I agree with that.
Can I provide long-term care over the night so that everyone needs more?
Long-term care takes a long time.
8 hours, I thought.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yes, then.
Granted, I would take a penalty because I didn't sleep.
Yes.
DC 15 hours, and it provides double healing, if I'm correct. Long-term hair.
4 hit
Heal
points per
turn
level
hurts
each
in the
day of
group.
complete rest.
That would take a full day, but over the next 8 hours, because we were planning on leaving in the morning, I believe, to go to raid.
So 2 hit points per level for the full 8 hours of rest.
Okay, and then it's at twice the normal rate. That's the normal rate, though, isn't it?
No, that's twice the normal rate because normally you gain 1 hit point per hour or per level. Sorry.
Okay. So everyone gets 8 health if I pass my heal check. Again.
Are they sleeping for 4 hours then? They'd get 6. They'd.
16.
You're right. They would get 8. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, because it's
My
not
brain.
per hour
Yeah.
rest.
Yeah, it's per
level
level.
of me.
Yep.
Per level of them, but everyone's level 4. So, and I passed the heal check. Yeah. So everyone, including Blanchie, gets 8 extra health.
So I mean I get to exceed over 38?
No, you can only heal up to your full health.
You have 38 health. Damn.
Yeah, I've got like 25, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm rocking it.
Yeah. Okay, I want to search this giant's body.
Do it.
So when can I aid in healing? I didn't realize I had +1.
You can aid at any time.
I want to be useful because we have one awesome nurse, it seems like.
All you have to do is roll 10 or higher, and you help them with their roll.
Cool. Perception, what does a person see?
Huh? What's their perception for? Oh, for looking
Body
for
check.
treasure, of course.
Well,
Okay, so I have to roll a fort save to see if I get fatigued or not.
To see if
Okay,
you what?
Since I didn't sleep and I healed everybody,
Uh,
I am fatigued.
Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum.
Sad day.
you can just sleep on the way up there.
Sleep in the
Oh,
wagon,
that's true.
man.
I can sleep in the wagon on the way there. I just will have
Yep.
to take a perception. Okay, I'll do that then. And that
Woo!
while you guys are looting the body.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna generate a few random treasures, and then we'll rock and roll. How about this? I'll just keep pressing the button until someone tells me to stop, and then that's the treasure you'll get.
And
And
Stop.
Stop.
All right.
Okay. Stop.
Okay. So we're gonna skip mundane equipment unless you want me to generate that.
Yeah.
Mundane equipment can be good. I have a hooded lantern. That was important.
All right. I'll generate mundane.
Just type it out. I'll let
Okay.
you know if there's
All
anything.
right.
I don't
That didn't turn out too bad.
Type it.
Wow. Spyglass.
Ooh, a saddle? Does that mean we can put it on Blanchie?
Spyglass is 1,000 gold.
That's a saddle
Blanche,
pack.
Blanchie already has a saddlepack and saddlebags.
The spyglass is 1,000 gold at its base price, but it's broken, so it's only worth 548.
Still, that's
Still
way
damn good.
fucking more.
I wear the feather token.
What's the spyglass good for?
It's a tree feather token, though. Keep that in mind.
It's broken.
More gold for us.
Is the
Is
feather
a tree
token
feather
broken?
just a leaf?
Um,
No.
The feather token is actually a wondrous item. Let me look it up.
Damn. A lot of gold. Be rolling in liquor and hose in no time, gents and lady.
Mm-hmm.
So
Get a
you'll have to
horse
roll
hooker
to
for
determine
Blanche.
what the tree feather token does. You'll need spellcraft check to get that.
Sorry, you can. I'm assuming that since Psychomera is the one who rolled perception, that
He finds everything, yeah.
he's the one who. So
Oh.
you can
Oh,
determine
come
what it
on.
is without us looking for it.
What do I
you
do?
you can put it in the amazing bag space that Keurig is kindly providing for us, or in the
I'm
saddlebags.
putting another 1,150 in.
Actually, you're putting 1035 because the 1,150 is the
1035.
total. Wait, no. No. It would be add the gems and jewels with the coins because that 1150 is the total value of the loot pool. So it would be
93?
a
1,093?
100. No, it would be 114 gold.
So 1,114.
No, it would be 114 gold.
Gems and jewels and coins.
Oh, right. Okay.
The treasure value is everything else added up. If we were
So
to sell it all.
2,114.
No. So
Okay.
you'll find the feather token, the wondrous item, and I'm assuming spellcraft check it because it looks pretty fancy.
Okay, hold on. Come here, character sheet. Skill. There we go.
Appraise?
I'm just kidding.
You think it's worth about 300 gold. Ooh, that's a bit low.
Yeah. Especially
I
with
mean,
a plus 11 modifier.
You can show me the item and have me look at it too.
Hey,
Is it a necklace or is it just like a coin?
Elephas, take
It's-
a look at this.
Just think of it like,
What do you think of it?
remember Jackie Chan Adventures?
Oh,
Wow.
one
What the fuck?
more
Man, you and me
We're sucking
fucked up.
tonight.
I should just take a 10 and study the tree feather token while you're
Take
traveling.
a 10.
Yeah. So that gives you a 21 if you take a 10.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That'll work. You know that if you use this token, it will cause a great oak to spring into being with a 5-foot diameter trunk, 60-foot height, and 40-foot top diameter. This is an instantaneous effect.
Wow,
Good
Every
Lord.
single
I'm
time
glad
you
I
use
didn't
it?
wear that.
I should.
You can only use it once, I'm assuming?
Yes.
As much as I lust for power, I am going to
Can
give this
I
to
have
Elephas.
that?
And I'm going to say, just remember this when we get to Raven Hill. Just in case we find anything voidy. It's not really your area of expertise.
Of course.
Not really mine either, but a little bit more mine than yours because I like stuff. So here you go. And I give him the tree thing.
I'm buying my future treasures.
Mm-hmm. Just getting some goodwill going. Little goodwill going. I'm going to point out that me and Saverick pretty much took that thing down
Don't
on
forget
our
Blanche's
own.
involvement.
So, oh yeah, plus Blanchy.
I want you guys to
I did
know
almost as much damage as the horse,
that the Etten did 75 damage in one round.
Yeah, that's
which
what
is
I
exactly
figured.
why.
So I understand that you want it to make it hard, but like creatures
That's-
can't do that much damage to us because we don't have that much health.
Yeah.
Like we are all glass cannons, so putting another glass cannon against us means
I'm
things
not.
are gonna happen.
I'm a glass pea shooter.
What does the feather token do again? Can you?
Makes a tree pop up.
Okay, and I can like, do I have to cast it, or do I just like put it on the ground and be like, I want a tree?
It's probably like a C.
Okay, but we would know the word from the spellcraft.
That was like
Rutabaga.
unfairly matched. Right?
Excellent.
It's fairly matched.
We demolished it.
Hmm.
We did
Well,
okay.
one of
I'm
us
gonna
demolished
rest.
it.
I'm gonna rest on the
Yeah.
road. So
Good night.
We came out okay.
the first 8 hours of
He
the
had
day
to
will be
divvy it
spent
up.
sleeping.
He had to divvy up the damage.
Okay,
So
so
he
you
didn't
guys
just mush one of us.
Exactly.
Which he could have.
you guys make
Yeah.
pretty good time, and the weather is pretty decent. It doesn't snow on you a whole lot. You get a little bit of some flurries, but it's not terrible. The road stays mostly clear, and you make your way to Raven Hill, which I slapped together in like half an hour this morning.
No, good
Excellent.
job.
Oh yeah, and we're the ones who procrastinate.
That's right. I did a lot of story writing.
There's our English professor.
Hmm.
This place doesn't really look like a hill.
Looks like a
You know what, man?
village to me.
That was an accident.
I'm not seeing topography or gradients.
That's not happening, man.
How do I get rid of the fucking card?
Which one?
You
I
can't.
just dropped it on accident.
You can click it and hit delete.
Oh.
So what did we leave behind on all this stuff? I took the spyglass. Elithus was given the token. I grabbed the gold pieces and the gems and jewels. They're in my pack.
I'm
As
assuming that we
for-
left the comma, the long spear, and the flail along with the saddle, and maybe we probably took the climber's kit. I'll take the
I
climber's kit.
should
and
take
put
the bolas. I should take the bolos and write JoJo on them.
I support that. Raven motherfucking Hill.
Looks
Why
like
am I leading the
ruin.
pack? I am hiding in the wagon.
You always check for traps and stuff.
Traps in the middle of a field? Nah, I think I'll just stealth check and take my chances.
Landmine.
Oh darn! Well, can't save them all.
All right, so you're about 2 miles out, and you can start to make out shapes off in the distance as you wind around a mountain pass, and you can sort of see what looks like it might be the collapsed obelisk, but it looks more like just a pile of rubble. It's been there a very long time.
So this is the Raven Hill place. This isn't like a fallen tower along the way.
Correct.
Okay. Well, guys, now that we're all feeling refreshed, I think it's time we go get me that treasure.
So Zuzu,
Fourth
you
minion.
have a look around, and there's
Mhm.
there's a lot of snow on the ground, and it's pretty barren here. The trees don't have a whole lot of leaves. You can see the occasional wall of rubble sitting out of the ground, but
Are there still animals, or are there no animals around
there
us?
is no animals here. In fact,
Hmm.
there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of plant life.
So it's got hit by a nuke.
This place sure feels voidy. Could I take a knowledge arcana check, maybe on the complete lack of everything? Or should maybe we get closer before I do that?
You should probably get closer before you do that, but it definitely seems like the historical accounts of this place being razed many times are probably true.
Let's go, friends. Well, I
Can't
say
seem-
friends.
Hi, buddy.
I rolled a 17 on perception, by the way. I'm assuming that's what you gave me.
Essentially the same stuff, yeah. You can see a little
Okay.
more detail off in the distance, like you can make out what looks like it might have been the foundation of the obelisk over here. Actually, I don't know how far in you guys are zoomed, so.
Yeah, too far. I submit that we should go check out. Is this like a town, like a little rundown town next to it, or what is that? Is that just rocks?
Just rocks, just ruins.
Okay.
It looks like this might be a broken archway of some kind that just fell down.
All right. Well, I say let's do it to it. Because I don't really see anything else to do around here.
Tanner, Johans, you guys alive?
I am half
Yep.
asleep, half dead in this wagon, so.
Well, okay, I think it's safe to say that if you were injured, you also rested in the wagon with me and gained
Yeah.
4 hit points in additional to the 8 hit points I healed you, plus whatever cure light wounds.
So I'm a little under half. I guess I could muster the strength to wobble to the nearest fucking building.
So
What
what,
time
do I
is
see
it
in all
now?
this rubble?
At this point, it's getting late. It's probably around 6 or 7.
Okay, well, so we should probably look around and then camp out back near our wagon and restore more hit
That
points.
seems wise.
What's this building in front of me?
Yeah, I rolled a 21. Or rolled, yeah.
Let me lighten up the grid because I don't really like how dark that looks.
Oh, I have dark vision, so this looks fine for me.
No,
Yeah, it looks
the
pretty
grid
white to
lines are
me.
bothering me.
He's talking about the grid, yeah.
Oh,
It gave the snow texture.
So in front of you, you see some very, very large stone chunks. They might be granite or some sort of, yeah, they're granite for sure. But they don't have any discernible features. There's not any like windows or doors or anything that makes them look like any kind of residence. They're just large stones on the ground.
That's it? No blood? No, nothing?
Nope.
You should
now do these
roll some knowledge.
buildings look like they've just kind of rotted over time, or does it look like they were like violently thrown down?
Some of them look like they were violently destroyed or burned. You can find evidence of like weapon markings on a few of them, but it's very old. Whatever happened here happened a very long time ago, and some of it looks a lot older than other parts.
Okay.
What
It's pretty
knowledge
quiet.
are
Must
you
be knowledge,
getting?
history, or local?
That's the ticket.
Yay!
All right, just a second.
All the goddamn walking Wikipedia page.
Yeah,
That's what
motherfucker.
happens when you grow up to be a smart guy. High
Don't
five,
talk
buddy.
shit about me, or I'll
High
fuck up your entry
five.
in my Wikipedia. Alkipedia.
Alcopedia. Lacepedia?
Lacepedia. It's better.
Could stand for lacia. It also could stand for laced. Like all the drugs you laced and all of our food.
That's actually
Just
why it's called
roofing you guys
Lacia.
constantly.
He runs the country.
Mm-hmm. Secret. You guys don't know my
Really,
backstory.
everyone's under a mass delusion spell.
Yeah, it's like whatever that movie was, except in reverse. Where
The Heights Have Hills.
No, the TV show where the guy doesn't know he's on a TV show.
Oh yeah.
Truman
Fuck.
Show.
Yeah, the Truman Show, but backwards.
Yeah. Legend holds that it was once a place of religious pilgrimage, and most agree that those people worshipped Pharasma, this is the ghost god. People would travel great distances to ensure that their loved ones were placed in the light of the sun. There has been a great deal of debate over what that particular phrase meant, or even if it was properly translated. Some argue that the word used to actually meant the moon, since the sun's light rarely shines on the land there. Others have a curse hangs over the hill and prevents sunlight entirely. Little is known about the word Kulain. So many stories have written that is largely obscured. Authors and entertainers alike. Blah 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 blah.
So we should pray
Kulain were
here.
most likely a group of people rather than anyone in particular, especially with the claims followers of Phrasma make about them. Whether or not the Kulain subscribed to an unknown religion is still a source of debate among historians. So Kulain were most likely a people that lived here. Then worshipped Phrasma?
And you also know, like, this bit from the religious
Yeah.
knowledge.
Those that follow Phrasma believe that the Kulain were the goddess' chosen people, as she had given them power over the souls of the dead. They chose to use this power to create a sort of heaven on earth scenario when the souls of the... Okay, so everybody that dies around here.
So the
It's probably
Kulain
still
are
around as a
basically
joke-
the
as a goat.
necromancers that were given the power by Phrasma.
Right.
And the Kulain can
Huh.
resummon the dead so that they can exist along with the living.
I have a hardcore alchemist boner for this place.
I will tell you another thing with historical knowledge that you know now that you've pieced together the religious bit as well. It is, let's see, where is that in the timeline? Shortly after Ravenhill was razed the first time and the Kulain fell. Actually should be in the timeline already. Yeah. One second. There she is. So the entry at 1650, you'll see that Magi at Ravenhill create the first necromantic spells. From the knowledge that you know, those Magi were trying to recreate what the Kulain had done, but they failed, and that's where necromancy came from. They ended up resurrecting bodies instead of souls, because the Kulain were able to animate the souls of the dead, and the Magi were trying to remake that, but instead they created walking corpses.
Right. I'm
Creepy.
gonna share this information with the... Would I? Because I know that my motives here are not necessarily the most natural.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Not
probably
sure
would not
my
share
buddy-
that with me.
Not sure my good buddy Elithus would.
Well, you would probably leave it at, like, you'd probably say something like that necromancy and the Kulain were the same instead of that necromancy was different. That way I would perceive
suspect that
necromancy
you
as
would tell them
that one little
about-
piece.
Yeah, I
tell
suspect
them
he'd
about the
tell you about
Kulain and the
history.
Faraz.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might leave out my suspicions about this being a place of necromancy.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you already told us about the religion part, like the Kulain would bring back the souls of the dead, and, like, that was the will of the goddess, so...
I heard the moon yell
Screamed.
in your background.
Yeah, he's playing Rocket League. Give me a sec.
No! I coached him on Tinder the other...
Oh my god, he was
Tinder?
just winning the entire night. Like,
yeah.
even after you stopped helping him, he was just everything was a win about that situation. I was
He's
just
doing
like, who
very
are you
well.
and what are you?
I'm very happy for him. I still
Jeez.
submit, and I don't say this to him because I don't want to take his thunder, but I fucking killed it with that opening message. You
Yes.
should have seen his first one. It was not good.
I don't know what he wrote, but after you helped him write that first opening message, he was on point with every single message
Yeah,
after that. Like,
yeah. We were
it-
talking today. He nailed it. I told him he
So
fucking
nailed it.
killed it. Anyway,
Yeah.
this isn't about my knowledge Tinder. This is about my knowledge
knowledge history.
history.
There is
Um,
one set of knowledge that you haven't rolled.
Oh, I know what it
You dick.
Okay, knowledge arcana. Oh yeah.
Damn, son.
And only I can see this.
Yup.
Ooh. Ooh, I want this.
Someone's got
Oh,
a little
that's
power
awesome.
hungry.
You want what you can't have.
Well, I want somebody to have it. Okay. So from my knowledge history that I've shared with you guys, they talked about the Kulain performing, was it rituals in the day? Or praying to Pharasma during the daytime? Or in the sun or the moon, which is what other people thought, that it was the moon because the sun never shows here. Is that right?
Essentially, this place is always in shade, so there isn't a whole lot of sunlight that hits here. So yes, people tend to think that they meant the moon, but the phrase is in the light of the sun or the moon. It don't necessarily know what that means.
Okay. Does anybody have a spare sun?
No, but we have a light bringer.
Just
We
a
do have a light bringer.
little fusion reactor that we bring with us.
What's a
Hey,
light bringer?
Darp.
Me?
Sweet.
Yeah, we have hey Darp.
Yes, sir.
I can't move Blanchie or Chupa Thingy, which is weird because I own Chupa Thingy, but I figure we're probably gonna stay here for the night, whether or not anything happens. And could you like move like Blanchie and the cart like right here?
Should be able to move them.
So
Oh,
can
they
move
can only
Blanchie,
be
but we can't-
controlled. You can be. Elithis can control Blanchie, but you cannot.
Only Blanchie, but not the cart, which I should also own.
You can control the cart as well.
No, I can't. I'm telling you that I cannot.
You're full of shit.
I cannot select the cart. Also, Blanchie's health didn't save, so don't know
What the
to put that.
fuck?
but if you move the cart like right here like that, at night we can set up camp in that little you know, with our backs to some walls there, nice and surrounded, which may or may not be good. Just they can't sneak
you
up
guys
on us
don't
from
be
behind.
splashing my bombs on you guys.
You can control where it goes. It's
Try
fine.
moving the cart now.
It's true.
Still can't move the cart.
That's bizarre.
I think it's an environment and not a token.
Nope, it's definitely a token.
I can type as the cart, just like,
Here, try
me
now.
And, me and Kit can.
I added you specifically.
No,
That's really strange.
it is really strange.
Because you have permissions over the cart, so that's... And you were just moving it earlier.
I don't think I was moving. I do remember moving the cart previously, just not on this map.
That's so weird.
Agreed. It's really weird.
You have permission to edit and control, so I don't understand how that's happening.
Might be a bug.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I can edit all the attributes of like the character sheet and everything, but I just can't control the.
That's weird.
Well, I'm gonna roll perception around here just to see if there's anything else that I notice.
Okay.
While I do that, I share my theory with these guys that the power that possibly the enemy is here to get is the power that the Kulain had through
Didn't-
Pharasma.
Well, I mean, don't they consider all magic to be evil? I mean, wouldn't they just want to try to destroy this or cover it up completely?
Or that, but we should get it for Gondor.
Well, I, for one, don't think we're moving whatever this thing is. Because if it's what I'm thinking it is, which is this large ritual type area in the middle of the entire place that seems to be relatively intact, I'm going to assume
Well-
that I can't move it.
I think it's the power that's here, not the actual location itself.
Well, if the power is at a fixed point,
Because we're gonna need a lot
Here.
more Blanchies if that's the case.
we're going to have to go tame some Ettins to pull it.
Just remember that from the timeline, let's see. The First Holy War was in 1500, and that's when Ravenhill was razed the first time, and a tremendous amount of scrolls and books and stuff were burned. And that was about 500 years ago.
All right.
Man, even Saverick wasn't even a glint in his father's dead eyes.
Yep.
So this looks like the remnants of a tower. You said
Hmm.
big one.
It's
I'm gonna
supposed to be
search-
shaped like an obelisk, but I couldn't
Okay.
find a thing that would work, so I did my best.
I'm gonna search
Good
to
try.
see if there's any inscriptions on it. I could probably just take a 20. We're here like for a while.
Hmm.
I rolled perception as well.
So you
Sure
spend the
did, didn't-
evening. Oh lordy, why
Okay,
is
she-
the wagon
Whoops.
rolling?
It doesn't
explain
have
why.
eyes.
And it was a 1. Totally explains.
It's not. It was never under our
totally-
control.
Totally not the. I don't understand how the wagon could roll.
I'm telling you, we're gonna make it alive. It'll be amazing. We'll have a living wagon that will make it
Oh
have
my
a
God.
personality, so it's a
There we
smart
go.
ass.
Now it's me. Now it's me rolling my 2.
There we go. So, you guys spend the evening checking out the stone that seems to be the fallen obelisk, and you don't find any writing or anything. You do find it seems like there may have been some stone carving here at one point, but like the water, the erosion has like taken it off to the point where you really can't make out what it's supposed to be.
Wait, what was it?
There is what appears to be really old stone carving in it, but it's too worn to make out.
Okay, so this didn't look like a structure that people lived in. So
No.
this was just a large. Okay,
It was an obelisk.
all right. There might have been a temple inside the base. I'm gonna search around these various burnt out houses for any kind of like trapdoors and stuff.
Those are
So-
rocks.
Well, there is
This?
supposed to be
Those houses.
there's supposed to be some some charred things around there too. Some of the stone is still charred.
Oh well, well, I could take a 20 again. I was gonna search the various houses for any like maybe basement doors and stuff that might be around.
I don't know if we can take a 20 on these things. Like, This
No.
one-
Well, we're searching extremely
s-
thoroughly. I mean,
You can search a
Yeah.
very small area very thoroughly, but I'm not gonna let you take a 20 to like search the whole grounds of Ravenhill.
no, just this house area.
Okay.
I'm gonna search
It's the
this
size of
house
your average
over
house.
here.
Oh, there's the Elithus. Okay. Carrick, you don't find anything really. Just boring stone. Sorry, man.
Is that with my
Elithus.
12?
Yeah. But even if you took a 20, that house doesn't have everything in it, so you'd be very thoroughly inspecting some ankle-high rock wall. Elithus, you find what looks like it was probably a part of a stone floor. All the walls that were once here are either buried by snow or were taken away. Maybe people ran off with the stone to use for something else. You're not really sure.
So we never really looked at the cycle. What do we got going down on the altar there?
This is just, we saw there was like degraded markings and shit around here. That's all we saw of any note, I think.
Nobody's checked out the center
Oh.
place.
I meant to. All right. Well, shit.
I'll check.
Well, I'll check it out.
Everybody look. I need your help.
So you notice that the debris seems to, like all the big stones, now that you're up here on the platform, it's way more clear to you that all that stone probably fell off of the ceiling of whatever this used to be. Like, it's very obvious to you now that it all fell in a straight line in that direction. You don't find anything that looks like writing again. Everything's pretty worn and eroded.
Okay, so the ceiling fell straight down. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, it collapsed, and that's what this all is. Like, the obelisk
my
sat on
theory-
top of here.
So it fell to the left and down.
Yep.
Oh, so this was the roof?
The obelisk was the roof.
Like, what you're standing on right now is the base of the obelisk.
Right. And this was all. Oh, okay. Huh.
You could give me a knowledge dungeoneering or engineering if you wanted to know anything about it.
I can do that.
Fuck.
Engineering.
Ba-da-bum-ba-dum. Yeah, not with a 9. Sorry.
Yeah, that's alright.
There you go.
Luckily, our engineering major is here.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not only was she taking all the blame for her brother, but she was also studying the engineering of buildings.
Exactly. I wanted to keep up our family name.
So
Somebody had to.
Zuzu, she thinks that just from an engineering standpoint, that it would be kind of strange for an obelisk to only have one floor.
Okay, guys. So there's probably got to be a basement or find some stairs.
I think that we should investigate further in the morning.
Good plan. Should we sleep here?
Yeah, it's starting
I
to get
think we
pretty
should
dark now.
investigate further when the moon's out, because that's when legend says something could be happening. So how about we take a quick cat nap? We come back when the moon's out, just check it out. If there's nothing here, then we can just skip that and go to the morning darp.
The morning darp.
The morning darp. I take a morning darp every morning.
Dropping off the browns.
Go behind a bush, take a nice big heavy dart.
Yeah. Sometimes,
Oh
wait till I
my
get to
God.
work, get my cup of coffee, have myself my morning darp.
Don't push it out. Just let it fall out.
Oh, God.
Darps just slide right out.
Yeah.
Anal fissures are
All right.
serious business, alright?
Anything anal is serious
If
business.
blood is lubricating your poo, you need to go to a proctologist.
That's right.
Oh. Ow.
Owie.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna sleep in this like chest high wall place over here. At night, I guess we'll stare out into the little area. We could leave. It's very quiet here. Do you want to light like small, little like torches around the area so we can see a little better, or
It's not
do
a
we
bad
wanna-
idea.
because like we
I
could
like
see people
that.
coming.
It's not a bad idea.
Although there are reports of an entire, if we look at the army, or if we look at the map, there are reports of an entire legion coming this way. Maybe we shouldn't draw too much attention to ourselves. Come to think of it,
By lighting a fire.
yeah. I'll have my hooded lantern out. I'll keep it covered just to keep our little area, or not really lit, but like I can light it up real quick and point it in a direction, just in case I hear some spooky ghosties.
Sounds good. What makes you think
spooky
you could
5
see a
days.
ghost?
First off, high enough perception, you can count the hairs on an ogre's ass from 6 miles away.
Really? Is that
20.
true?
Nat 20, motherfucker.
Yeah, but like, what perception do I need for that?
Nat 20.
I don't like that a
Like-
nat 20 can be better than my 31.
It's just a guaranteed. Like you can't pass it. It's like you pass it with such amazingness that like it's oh god.
He did not roll nat 20 in real life.
That's all I roll in real life. And bloods.
Okay, where's our campsite at? Ah.
Don't suppose you got like 27 more of those good berries on you.
Well, actually, so it is safe to say, like, since I rested, I can summon more good berries from the good berries I'd gathered the day before.
Yes.
So before we go to sleep, I should probably actually do this and give you all 8 of them.
What do they heal? 1 each?
1 each, so you get 8 health.
So 26.
And then we're about
Almost
to
there.
rest, so you'll heal another 4 while you rest.
Hey,
Hey.
Well, assuming
Lamau.
assuming you get a full night's rest, and we
Not 4?
don't do something in the middle. I'm assuming we get a full night's rest.
You assume a lot of things.
I am assuming.
Assumptions
I'm
make an
gonna
ass
assume
out
that
of you
Blanche
and
gets full
me.
night's rest because I'm gonna whisper into Blanche's ear, "Sleep well, my horse," and she's not gonna wake up for anything.
You know what that
Zuzu.
means.
Yeah.
That you're gonna kill Blanche. You're gonna be a dick of a GM and kill the horse.
What?
He
I
Well,
wouldn't
almost
do
no,
that.
no. I mean, if the horse isn't gonna wake up to anything, that means Cyclemera can yeah.
What a dick.
fuck the horse.
Your words, not mine.
We don't. He's the druid.
Someone's got some weird fantasies.
He's the one. I'm a bird, okay? If you listen to the sounds of nature, if you go into the woods and hear like insects and like deer calls, literally every single one of those things is trying to get laid. That is literally just them going, "Wanna have sex?" all night. Exactly.
It's
See,
like the bug version of Tinder.
Yes.
it really is. Listen to grasshoppers, man. It's literally nothing but orgies.
Literally nothing but orgies.
Bug orgies. I seen them. Lift up a rock, you'll see them. It's fucking. They need Jesus.
I learned how to spider spot yesterday, or the other day.
Scary as hell.
It's freaking cool. So you hold a flashlight between your eyes, and then look around in the grass, and you'll see like a blue iridescent purple reflection back at you. And if you go up to those, they're all spiders.
We have wolf spiders up here. One of the things they do is when they have babies, they carry them around on their backs. So sometimes you'll kill a spider and 400 babies will run off into the night all
Yep.
over your room.
It's true.
Oh.
That's why it's better to just pick them up and put them down outside. Because the babies don't jump off the mama's back unless she's dead.
Gross.
The fuck?
Seriously, what the fuck? Okay, so I'm
Hey
assuming
man, they're not
that we're
poisonous.
gonna go.
They don't do anything.
Yeah, wolf spiders are generally pretty mild, but still,
Yeah.
thousands of babies is fucking scary.
Okay, my first shift is an 8. Is that okay?
Panic
Do we all
sweeping?
live?
So your first shift?
She's first shift.
Me and
I'm a
Elephas
bit
have to be
nervous with your weird
adjacent
giggle.
for lookout.
Correct.
Yes. We move over here. That way you're not in the same space as them.
No, don't
Yeah.
want to snuggle with me.
Well, there's
We're
a
all
difference between
snuggling.
snuggling and literally being in the same
Laying
spot.
on top of you.
Hey, I need more warmth. I'm
We're all
cold.
snuggling. Elephas, you should transform into a bear, and then you just be cuddly with everybody.
Yeah.
I only
And
get to
we'll
be
all
a
be super
bear.
warm.
I only get to
Be
be a
like a-
bear for a couple hours at a time.
Well,
Mm,
it's worth it.
Panda bear. Actually, a
But
polar bear.
but I didn't turn into a bear yesterday, so I'm gonna turn into a bear, and then actually that should bring me to my shift, and I'll be a human for my shift, or an elf,
Awesome.
so we can all cuddle next to the bear.
Yay.
I accept that as a way to keep warm.
I feel that's a gross misuse of your power, but whatever.
Sounds like amazing use to me.
I agree. Who doesn't want to cuddle
Whatever.
a bear?
My ability. People who want to live.
There's a friendly bear. It's like a panda bear.
I'm in complete. It's not like I
Panda
summoned a
bears
bear
are
for us
still
to sleep
bears.
next to.
Mhm.
I am a bear. Like I'm still me, but I'm a bear.
I think people forget that panda bears are still bears and have the ability to maul you. Like, they're like, oh, they're so adorable. Oh, sweet Jesus, they're so strong.
They're
And they
so
kill you.
lazy, though.
No, they're
Mm.
totally not. They're just sitting there waiting. They're balls of murder.
What?
Seriously, they have ridiculous fucking strength. They'll pull a full-grown man between bars and fucking chew their head. That's why you're not supposed to get near panda bears. Because they're bears. It's in the name. They look adorable, but Jesus Christ.
Okay, so my first watch, we good even with the low 8 perception?
Yeah, first watch, nothing happens. So whoever's second watch needs to give me a roll.
Can do, Skipperoo. Yeah.
Hot damn.
Jesus. All right.
I'll screw stuff.
Uno momento.
So I'm glad we're all sleeping in one place this time, but at the same time, that bomb to the back was fairly good.
Yeah. Don't hate.
Appreciate. Always on
So-
Kirk's turn, there's something.
Nothing ever happens on first watch. It's a rule.
Pretty much is.
Somebody else has to take watch now? What are we doing?
Second
Hold on.
watch.
No, something's
He's
happening.
setting up combat or something. Evil
son
or
of a bitch.
ghosts or something.
Yep. Pretty much.
So at this point, like after Kirik's watch, we would all wake up to investigate at the light of the moon. Didn't we beat that guy up?
Spooky, scary,
In the
scary.
beginning of Kirik's watch, after Zuzu's or Xanthem's gone to sleep, Kirik, you can see some torchlight flickering off here, like over the stones.
Okay.
In this direction.
I nudge everyone awake. I'm still hiding behind the. Do I get like a cover circumstance bonus while stealthing?
Yeah, you
Like
guys
I
are all.
stealth to-
You guys all have cover right now.
Okay, well they're gonna see the covered wagon and they're gonna investigate if they get any closer. But I'm gonna nudge everybody away, except for Saverick, whom I'm assuming is still half dead.
No, I'm okay.
How healed are you?
Who the fuck?
I'm like at 28.
You would gain.
Okay.
What was it per hour for?
1 hit point per level.
So while resting, you get.
8 hours of sleep gives you 1 hit point per level.
Oh, but how many per hour of rest?
8 hours of rest gives you 1 hit point per level.
Okay. You get half.
2400
You get
or
half. You
1400?
get half a hit point extra because you rested for a couple
Yeah.
hours.
So you now know. You now
Okay.
notice that the torchlight has moved over here.
Okay, so I'm gonna make sure motion. Don't speak or anything. And I'm gonna keep watching it. Can I see them with the 26? Like what they're doing? Like who they are or anything? Because I have
you-
low light vision. With those torchlights, I should be able to make
Can't
them out.
quite make out who it is.
But like I know it's people though,
Yes,
not spooky ghosts. Okay.
correct.
And yeah, no, Saverick has dark vision up to 60 feet, and they have lights, so he'll probably be able to see them perfectly.
Can I?
Not through the wall and the rubble and everything.
Fair
Well,
enough.
I mean, it's just a
well-
little. I guess it's just a little half wall. So if he moves over there and like peeks over, then
Yeah, let me-
yes.
Let me
Give me a
crawl
perception
over here.
roll.
I'm gonna
Would
crawl over
caution.
here and attempt to stealth over here.
Before you do that, I would caution you to see what they're doing before you
I
attack
can't-
because they might know how to.
Yeah, well, I know that, but like I can't see them directly. Like I can see there's dudes over there, but because there's like this rubble in the way, I'd have to get to like
Yeah, but
like
my point is,
here-ish.
that's fine. But you know
Who
that
wants
there are
to know if
people
they
that are
have
alive,
void magic?
and I'm
Yeah.
saying, don't disturb them if it looks like they're unlocking the stuff.
Yeah, but I can't tell if they are or not, so I'd want to get closer to investigate.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's fine. I'm telling you, don't
Yeah.
disturb them first. That's all.
Okay,
He
so I'm
wants
gonna
the
make a stealth
power.
check. If you hear me crash, there's another person.
It's a
I believe
female.
in you. Can I just give him my invisibility potion now, just to
Actually,
guarantee
yeah.
it?
Yeah, you can.
Can you? Let's do that, and I'll walk up there. Well, stealth up there quietly.
Invisibility.
There's a bird.
Okay. and I shall drink it, and wonder why it tastes like bourbon.
You don't wonder that at all.
Yeah.
I know.
You know
really
exactly
don't.
why it tastes like bourbon.
He spikes
Mhm.
it.
Knob Creek, motherfucker.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna move to about here so I can, crouch up against the little.
It's not even an invisibility potion. I'm like, here, drink this invisibility
You'll be
potion. I
invisible.
just give him fucking whiskey.
It makes you feel invincible.
Believe in
Invisible.
yourself. I thought maybe it would work like it, that Harry Potter potion.
Wait a minute. Is that Nern Lightborn?
Holy motherfucking
Is that
shit.
Lightborn kid
So
from
when you come up here, you immediately recognize Zen Lightborn.
Zen Lightborn? What's this kid doing?
Motherfucker. It's my least favorite of the Lightborns.
And he still has the scar on his face that he got from fighting you the first time.
Hey, that was an accident.
When did
Or
we fight
rather,
him?
when he caught fire.
Yeah. That
Oh, was
wasn't
this
so
somebody
much an
that you guys blew up?
No,
Yeah.
that was the first thing you did in combat was throw 2 bombs into Zen Lightborn's face, doing like 26 damage for both of them, which
Yeah.
should have killed him. So Darth was like, he's important. He's just gonna go to sleep.
Yup.
He's like, he got the Two-Face treatment.
Yeah, he might as well have.
Basically.
I was
So
hitting him
you
with
can
clubs.
see that he's got a few lackeys and somebody with him that looks important that you don't really recognize, but she looks very similar to Zen.
Possibly
Like they might
mother.
be family. Yeah.
Yeah, because we know his mother is a paladin of whatever their faces are.
hmm
So
All
these
right,
are
friend.
Aetherians, it's safe to say.
So I don't think you're quite within. Well, I suppose you'd be close enough for earshot at this point.
Yeah, I am with it.
Got bird ears.
Oops. 20 feet. I mean, if they're talking like no one's there, I mean, shit, I could even go to here. Could stay like right. Well, maybe not there. Probably here. Kind of like keep close to the wall, but get a little closer.
Do
You're
you have
invisible.
do you have a stealth check? Is that 14?
No, he's
I could take
invisible.
it. I'm invisible.
Right, but you still have to give me a stealth check
Okay, I'll
If
give
you
you one.
could stumble against rubble.
because you
near
Making
can
doors.
noises.
stub your toe or something. Yep. Okay. A
I
tower.
mean, I don't really need to like hide in the shadows. I'm focusing on my feet. So.
Right. Okay.
And this lasts another
So
like 3 minutes, right?
yep. So you can see that the lackeys are just sort of searching the walls. Zen's kind of taking an interest in the little altar in the middle.
Okay, so they're basically doing the same thing we were doing earlier,
Mm-hmm.
although probably with more information.
Maybe. They're not
Okay.
really saying a whole lot at this point. Harrian walks up to her son and asks him what the book says.
Is that meta
What does the
knowledge
book
that we
say,
know her
Zen?
name?
You do. Kirik surmised that it was
Kirik.
his mother. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Son, look at this book thing.
Wait, no, we
Lightborn.
would have known. Because I thought we like knew both of his parents. back
you
home,
had
but she
never
was-
officially met her though.
Okay.
She
Maybe
looks
seen
like a self-righteous person.
seen like paintings maybe.
Self-righteous bitch.
Yeah, we can go there, I guess. She looks like a self-righteous bitch.
That's judgmental.
Look at her son. It's passed on, obviously.
Well, he looks like a little twat.
Doesn't he? There's no cure for being a cunt.
No, that's true.
I'll brew one.
So Zen
Okay, so
gets
they're
out
searching
this
the
large tome and sets it on the altar, and he opens it up and he starts flipping pages.
I wonder if I could steal that tome from them.
That's what I'm wondering.
while he's holding it.
No. He put it on the middle. So what I could do is maybe throw a stone like over here, and if they turn around, I could like sneak up and like sleight of hand them.
You realize that you're invisible, so the book will just be floating in midair.
If I put it under my cloak, wouldn't it be invisible too?
No. Nope. Items that
What?
are with you when you become invisible are invisible until you drop them. And then any items you pick up while you're invisible remain visible.
Okay then, I'm not going to be able to steal it. Not without them turning around and going, what the fuck?
If
It's
they
the
don't
ghosts.
see it hover, they won't know
They'd
it's
be so
hovering.
confused.
You could
Damn.
hide
I
it
think I would
under
have.
like
I
a
think I would have a
rock.
You-
round.
Could go
Dra-
pick it up and throw the book where they might not find it. And
Throw
then
it into some snow.
Well,
and it won't make any
he's
sound.
got another couple minutes left. It'd be nice
Mhm.
if we could figure anything else out about it before you snuck back.
Yeah,
Um,
because like I was gonna go back telling them who it is, because it's obvious they're Etherians, and it's obvious that they're here to look for the same thing we are, and we know 2 of them are self-righteous assholes, so chances are
Mhm.
they'll attack us on sight, especially since I'm a bird person.
So,
Yep.
so Kirik, are you turning around to go warn the party?
Well, I actually was making sure that they're searching the walls. I just wanted to make sure no one was coming my way to search the walls. Because if they groped me in the chest or something, oh, they are now apparently. Guess I'm going back.
That's weird. This stone wall is awfully soft to the touch.
So
Like
as
covered
you're
in colors.
caressing it.
as you're walking away,
Feels
you
strangely attracted to it.
you hear Zen mention something about Grelliclu being a total idiot and his ramblings are impossible to wade through.
Okay, so he has the same thing we do. Well, no, we have
Well,
we
he's
have
the
the
missing
apprentice of
pages.
Grelliclu, yeah.
You guys have a journal
Mhm.
Yeah, he
that
just has
does
a
not
tome.
belong to Grelliclu.
We have someone who was like his apprentice or something, right? Or like someone who was fascinated in him.
Mm-hmm. Who was
Yeah.
studying a book, as I recall.
The Book of Grelliclu, yeah.
Motherfucker.
Or what? No, the Book of whatever. Whatever. I'm gonna go back to the chest high wall over here, and I'm going to whisper over the wall because I'm imagining Savrik and them are probably right there waiting for word.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to mention who it is, like Etherian, Zen Lightborn, Harian Lightborn, and it looks like they're doing the same thing we were earlier. But
Who the hell are
we
those
can't
people?
yeah, you might know them as the guys who hate all magic and all magical creatures, much like yourself, and are known to brutally murder them just for existing. So they're kind of assholes.
Racist.
Damn.
Yeah.
Though Zen's father is a moderate.
Wait, what kind
Zen's
of?
father might be, but the rest of them are not.
Mhm.
At least the ones we've run into every
I'm
fucking
gonna
time.
point out that I'm still a bear, so I don't say anything.
Rawr.
Sir Barry,
No,
I,
you woke up in time for your.
I nod my bear head.
You woke up in time for your shift, though.
Well, no,
Which
I've
would
only been
be-
asleep for 2 hours, so I'm still a bear.
Oh, okay. I thought 2 hours was the limit.
Okay, so
Anyway,
4 hours.
His
What
is
do we
4.
want?
damn near lives matter. We need to go kill these people.
damn if your lives matter.
Hashtag.
DLM.
Kirik warns you that you are probably outnumbered.
Well, I mean, 5 versus 5. Oh, my power just flickered. I'm good for now.
How are we probably outnumbered?
Because they're probably stronger than us, except for the little minions.
Outmatched, maybe.
Outmatched, yeah, that's a better word.
Yeah.
Because she probably walked in, and I'd bet the sun itself shone upon her, and blah de blah, divine power, blah de blah.
Well, can I take a stealth check?
Yes.
Well, I
am
mean,
a
I could
polar
walk up
bear.
and try
Can
to
I
attack.
also take a stealth check?
You can all take stealth checks for all I care.
I am white. I am given awesomeness.
I'm human. Does that mean they'd hate me less?
Yes.
That means maybe I could talk to them with diplomacy.
Stealthily crawl out of here. Oh,
You could try.
we
Actually,
could disguise
Psychomera
ourselves
is-
too.
Psychomera is a human as well as Zuzu, so they could walk up and try to like speak to them on equal terms.
Damn,
Because
I wish
Psycho
I
doesn't really
made-
use magic. He uses science. He blinded me with science.
They still
With the
consider alchemy an evil
science.
science, though.
I'm sure, yeah.
So I'm like
'Cause
the
remember-
coolest of cool.
All right, well, I'm gonna go up against this wall again. Do a stealth check. Hey, look at that.
Holy fuck.
Wow.
Perfectly fine. All right,
I can
I'm
run
gonna
up in the
hide in the shadows here.
I think at this
You're
point
s-
your invisibility potion wears off.
Well, I'm like, if
Yeah.
this is like the very corner, I'm like around the corner listening
Yeah.
to them. So like,
Mhm.
I'm basically gonna sit here and listen, see if this conversation goes anywhere, and if not, I'll jump out and surprise attack them. I don't think anyone's gonna see me at this point. I just melded into the shadow. Bird person. Wubba lubba dub dub.
Wubba dub. I would
So glad
say
there's another person.
that.
Oh look,
Oh
there's
shit!
one.
So he didn't notice these people when he was scouting.
Well, there
It was
seems to
supposed
be
to be a
more
legion.
arriving as time goes on.
We should get the
Oh fuck!
fuck out of
I think
there.
we have to just. I mean,
Maybe
do we fight them or leave? I can't tell what we're supposed to do.
talk to them. Maybe.
How's about
There is no right
How's-
answer.
how's about we, because it all comes down to rolls at this point. How's about we prepare? We quickly, just quietly hook up Blanchy and get ready to haul ass. Just, you
I
know,
say we
if this
ambush
falls
them.
out.
And I
We
I
could
turn that
ambush
whole
them.
motherfucking obelisk into a pillar of flame. I
See,
should have
you
saved
could
my
try that,
invisibility potion.
but we could try that. But unfortunately, this is a numbers game.
I can
I could walk
distract
up
them and then fly away. I currently look like a polar bear and can turn into an eagle and fly away.
Oh look, another one.
Alright, well,
I motion
I don't think we're supposed to
as a
fight them.
bear. I motion as a bear that you guys should get out of here. I was like, and then like with my hand do like a wavy motion as like shoo.
We
So
creep into
far-
the wagon.
Yeah, so far no one's noticed you.
Well, from what they have, they all have torches. So their immediate area, so like probably outside
Right.
here is brightly lit. Outside of that, it probably makes it very dark. And since they're
Correct.
all humans, you know,
Yep.
unless they detected evil, which they wouldn't really see much. Although they'd notice there's
Me.
slightly more glints.
Actually, I don't think since you're Lightborn you count as evil.
Uh-oh. But, is it from, like, detect evil, does it work on personal preference of what they think evil is, or is it what, like, the divines consider evil?
It would be what the divines consider evil.
Okay, because if it was on their thing, everyone other than them would be bright, shining beacons.
Yep.
Or yeah. Of
You
evil,
do hear Zen mention to his mother that Greliclu seems to be indicating that the door is not, in fact, underneath the obelisk, or at least the base of the obelisk, and that they need to look elsewhere.
Okay, we should go.
I guess the best thing to do would be to tail them and figure out where
True,
they're
but-
headed.
True,
But how are we
where
gonna
they headed.
fight them?
So track them, basically.
Yeah, but I don't.
So
don't know.
have a bird follow them.
Bird person could follow them, yes.
Yeah.
Or
Be
you
like-
could turn into something much smaller.
Yeah.
Oh, be like an ant and ride on their shoulders.
Well, he can't turn into tiny things like mice, but he could become like a blue jay or something. And just
Yeah,
follow
I
them like
can't
that.
turn into tiny things yet, so I can't be a mouse, but I can be like a small bird and fly around.
I feel like you wouldn't
And-
want to be a mouse because you can't keep up. And on top of
Yeah,
that,
and
you
you
could
have to
be
go through
eaten
the
by
snow.
some other prey too.
Yeah.
Or predator.
So they're leaving currently.
Yep.
And they're leaving south.
Okay. Well, I turn back into my humanoid form, and I'm assuming that Kirik tells me what he heard.
Not yet. They're not clear. I'm not going to move till they're well out of earshot.
You're clear.
Okay, well, I tell them what I heard. Basically talking about how they think that the entrance to this thing that we know of isn't actually under the obelisk, but is instead in another area. So somewhere in this area, there is an entrance, or so they know, or so they think, but it's not directly under the obelisk. We were looking in the wrong place. And they might be coming back this way, but I don't know until they come searching this way.
You do hear someone call to spread out.
Okay.
Divide and conquer, my friends.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Divide and conquer.
I'm gonna stealth check back over to this corner right about here. And or like here. And I was gonna, I guess, try to attack him maybe. Because I
Surprise
mean
attack?
we're
Well, shouldn't the rest of us also get into position? Also, I think from a tactical point of view, it'd be better to start down at the bottom
yeah, you're probably right.
here, so they
Yeah,
can
you're probably
filter over to us.
So I was let's go
They're
down here
searching.
instead.
Also, you're stealthy. Why don't you see? Is it possible you can like silently kill people?
No, it's not really possible, but a guy is coming this way. So
All right. Well,
Probably
I'm
gonna have
taking
to
a stealth
stealth check.
check.
yeah, they're gonna find out.
I just took a stealth check. I don't know if that
Okay.
succeeds or what, but
We'll
I'm.
stay behind.
Are you
stay
guys
behind,
moving
like,
the
cover.
wagon?
I'm gonna
Like
have
around the
Blanchy
corner?
move the wagon over to this thing that I found earlier. I'm gonna walk with her until she gets there, and then walk back. And then stealth.
Well, we're technically soldiers of Lacia, so they will attack us on sight.
Fuck 'em. Let's do this.
All right.
That's the sound of me cocking my
What about talking to
my
them?
alchemy bombs.
It's not
Why-
gonna
what would
happen.
be the
We're
point talking
technically
to them?
sworn soldiers of these guys.
Also,
these guys.
they've hunted us at our main town specifically for us.
And
I don't
possibly
think
killed
there's
our
any way we.
That's
Unless
true.
you have like disguise, you can try to disguise yourself and lead them off somewhere or something.
Guys, come this way before
I think we're
they
running
seem
out
to
of
be
time.
surrounding you.
Yeah, you
Focus
see
targets.
you see some torchlight coming towards you.
Guys, come over here, behind this wall.
Well, I'm hiding up. Fine.
You can hide. You've got high stealth. Fuck it. I'm taking this motherfucker out.
Yeah, we're
before
gonna
they get
hit them
closer.
when they get closer. No, wait till they get closer. Like wait
Wait
till they
until you
clump
see the
up for your
whites
bomb.
of their eyes, right? Isn't that the
Wait till they
saying?
clump up.
You hear a whistle.
Oh. All right.
Grouping.
You see Zen standing there with the book, and he seems to think he's found it.
Wow. Good stealthing, Kirk.
Oh, they found the entrance.
So you start to
Would it
see.
be? Hold on before they file in. Would I be able to, now that I see them filing in? Can I see them filing in?
Yeah, you can see torches one by one kind of flickering out.
Okay, this guy in the back here, who's in the back of everyone. I'm gonna assume everybody is currently looking in this direction, towards Zen, Lightborn, and Harriet. Could I, with a perception or stealth check of 30, sneak up to this motherfucker here before he goes, and try to knock him out as they go in?
You can absolutely
take his
try.
stuff.
Yep.
All right, let's cover them with our bow and
Because
arrows.
whatever is inside
it.
there, we don't want them to find first. I can almost guarantee you that. So let's, I guess, do a combat round initiation or surprise round. What are we doing? Like, what are we doing with this guy?
That's up to you.
Let's
Alright,
knock him
I'm
out
gonna attack him.
unconscious, but not kill him.
Well, I'm gonna try not
Why?
to kill him, I guess, but
Just to
'Cause
get
we could
information out
interrogate
of
him.
him.
but I am going to
Okay, I get
I am going to ambush him right now. Like as
Ambush.
Harriet goes in.
Let
So
me
surprise
see.
round?
How do you? So in order to like knock him out, my guess is you're gonna have to like grapple him.
Choke
Okay,
him.
well I have saps.
Oh, actually, you have fascination, buddy.
I could make him look at me. Or
Yeah.
like he can't do anything if he fails it. Or
Do you
Yeah.
wanna
You could try
Okay.
like grapple first and maybe fascination as a backup.
okay. Because my grapple is like it's a plus none. So the grapple check's probably going to be pretty hard. Just
Yeah.
I'd imagine Zeus sitting there, probably watching me. Well, not watching me, but watching this last guy. So she'll probably shoot at him if anything goes wrong. And
Mhm.
we'll have a couple combat rounds if he does manage to somehow say anything. But I guess I'll have to. Where's grapple? Would it be in defensive?
Grapple is just a combat maneuver, so you roll d20 plus your CMB.
Oh, this is okay.
Not too terrible.
I go specifically for his mouth to make sure he cannot speak.
Okay.
Like his neck and mouth area. You know, solid snake him. Or try to. Solid bird.
Judo chop.
You manage to cover his mouth, but you don't quite grapple him, and he falls down.
Okay, so we're prone right now.
Yeah.
Can I try to extinguish his torch?
Yes.
Okay, so I just shove his torch into the snow real quick.
Okay.
I'm
So
assuming
his-
that would also
okay,
be a CMB.
His torch goes out, and he's trying to scream through your hand. Why don't you try to
Okay,
give me another grapple check to see if you can get a hold of him? Are your
Can
friends
can
gonna come help you?
before- Yeah, I know.
Well,
Another grapple check.
are we
Somebody
in
get
combat
him.
or what?
Yeah.
I don't know if
No,
we're
no
doing
combat.
Something. Somebody help me.
Oh, okay.
Somebody
I'll
help
sit
me.
on his face.
More people grab him. More people grab him.
I grapple.
Working on it.
I cover his mouth.
4 people standing on top of him. He screams through all of
Okay, so you guys managed to grapple him. He's like held down. Kirik has him tackled, and Elithis has his hands and Zuzu has his feet. So you're gonna tie him up, or
Sav- I whisper to Saverick, punch him in his face, knock him out. Better safe than sorry, knock him out.
Wait, I thought we wanted to interrogate him.
Not yet. No. We don't want this guy saying anything. He's
Alright.
not going to say anything right now.
I
I
throw
would think so.
anything. I grab a rock and throw it.
okay. So you
Point
successfully
blank.
knock this poor bastard out.
Okay,
Thwack.
somebody take his clothes.
What? Naked?
Well,
Not
aren't they
naked.
gonna miss him eventually?
Well, yeah, I know.
We're gonna have
Somebody
to
take
follow
his clothes.
him.
We need to
Let's
follow them
let's
with the disguise. with
He's
my
like
disguise.
basically naked
Oh.
anyway. He's not.
No. Because Cycle Mara has disguise self, and if we have,
I don't have it prepared.
that's fine then. I'll use disguise myself.
Mm.
With his stuff, I'd imagine would give me enough pluses to actually,
Should we have a
pass it.
human disguise? But it
If
Probably.
everyone does aid another and tries to help Kirik disguise, then you should probably be okay.
let's all
Okay.
aid another and disguise Kirik.
Okay.
and then add. And then
You add-
add because
you
I
add
have the
2.
actual.
Okay.
Add 2 for having his entire.
Oh
well,
yeah,
For his entire uniform.
2 for Elithis helping you, but other people haven't rolled yet.
I
Nope,
don't know
that's
what
a
I would
single-
roll since my stuff's not
It's just a
in the
disguise
system.
check.
Yeah, go to
Ah.
skills and there's a disguise.
You'll see, like if it's -2 or whatever. Like mine is.
We still need
Sorry,
to make you a
Kirik.
spreadsheet, don't we, Tanner?
You.
Who's the
Alright.
other human? It's Smitty?
Me.
Oh, okay.
Me and you.
Disguise is the charisma modifier, so just
Yeah.
roll d20 plus your
D20
charisma
plus your
modifier.
charisma modifier. So 13 plus how much bonus would you give me for having the entire
The outfit?
equipment of this guy? Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've got
Looks
feathers.
shirtless. We should
Yeah,
have...
but I'm covering up with like gloves and stuff.
Well, shouldn't I do it? Because if I get
Yeah.
close, I can blow the shit out of them with
yeah,
Right.
fuck it.
bombs.
Fucking do it.
He also
He
looks
has to do
human.
it.
Right.
also
yeah,
human,
to begin
yeah.
with.
I look
Then
at
how
him
would-
for a
but
very
how
I
about
good
we
can't
reason.
make
because I'm a
him-
Well,
female.
that would mean that he would get
Okay.
8 plus we aided, so that would be.
Well, no.
No,
how about
he
we
would get a
roll
new
it to
roll.
say he does it. Yeah,
Okay.
so he does
Okay.
it instead.
So you guys tried putting a costume on Kirik, and you're like, this is not working.
Okay, so we all re-roll.
So they're gonna help. Oh, cool.
Fuck!
Jesus.
Charisma modifier is
Fucking
-2.
hell! Why? We suck.
Xanthan,
Okay, so we got
I'm getting
7.
there. My
But
sheet
we're only gonna
disappeared
add
on me.
4. It's not even gonna happen.
Cyclo, go ahead
This
and roll
is a
again.
terrible idea.
I think with that battle roll, you can tell how bad your costume is.
And redo it. Like, all right, guys, I'm gonna admit I'm a little bit high right now. Let me give this a second to wear off. Redo it.
Okay.
There.
Oh
It's
wow.
fixing-
Ah, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
Good job.
I think we finally succeed
Whoop,
in
whoop.
fixing Cycle's costume. He now looks like a very convincing monk.
Excellent. I'm
what?
going to let's see.
Except, are you still
Smallest-
wearing your bandolier though?
Take
I-
that shit
He's a
off.
bulky Wear 'em
I
around
stuff
your
my
neck like
bombs in
those
my
prayer
pockets.
beads.
There you go.
Yeah, prayer beads. That'd be cool. Another added
I wear it around
disguise.
my head like a I wear it around my neck like a fancy necklace. And I shape it into like a I don't know what's their religion's version of a cross. I shape it into whatever like
Lotus.
that is, so it looks good. Yeah, I shape into a lotus, and they're
It's
like,
not a
man, that
lotus."
motherfucker's
I know.
whatever it is. I look snazzy as shit, and
Mhm.
is it
Okay.
the sun thing?
It's the sword with the sun behind it.
Well, that's gonna be hard to do.
Let's see.
Put it in my pockets.
I'm going to turn into a
Okay.
small animal and hide
Start
Ooh.
following.
and follow him in as well.
Okay.
Give me a second. I gotta figure out a small animal to turn into.
I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna make sure I got my bombs ready, and I'm gonna look at them, and I'm gonna go, guys, we can't let them just destroy this. If they
Yeah.
get there before us, they're gonna
We're screwed.
they're gonna destroy this thing.
Okay.
We gotta get in
Before
there.
we go in there, well, before I go in there, I'm gonna bound and gag this monk,
Good idea.
and I'm going to make sure he doesn't freeze to death, because that's entirely possible here. So I'm going to wrap him in a blanket and leave him.
Aw.
I'm going to leave him nice and tucked and snugged under some rocks nearby.
I think you. Oh wait, you are good character, aren't you?
Neutral good.
Yep.
I help him with that.
I'll take him out into the snow and interrogate him.
Drink his blood, turn him into a vampire.
You could do that. You could stay out here and be bad cop.
What
I'm neutral. I mean, I can do whatever.
You know, this reminds me of. What fine yet rustic architecture. From the gamers.
I don't understand.
I didn't see
Apparently,
that one.
weasels are tiny, but they're like this thing lists them as small, and then when you click on them, they're tiny. I don't get it.
So in the movie The Gamers, it's like D20 people playing, and there's a paladin in their group, and they want to torture a demon, and he's not allowed to let torture happen, so he sees buildings, and he's like, "Oh my, what fine yet rustic architecture!" and he walks off. Anywho's.
So, Weasel.
Well, apparently I can't. So the dire weasel is giant,
The
and a
dire
regular weasel is
like 6 feet
tiny.
tall.
But
The
weasel is listed
smallest
as
thing
small
you could turn
on this
into
thing.
is a bat. That would be good in there, because bats
It
are
would
very
be
small.
a cute fruit bat.
No, fruit
going
bat,
in.
flying foxes are actually fox size. They're big.
Why would there be a fruit bat on the side of a snowy mountain?
Exactly.
That's
I
my
don't know.
question.
Regular bats will not even be looked at inside of a cave like that, most likely.
Snow bat.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Mm.
turn into a bat and follow Cyclemera in.
Well, they get bonuses to hide in darkness. They get echolocation, all that
Yeah.
crap. Okay, so he's bound and gagged. As you follow Cycle in, I'm gonna wait a minute and then I'm gonna stealth in after them.
Good idea.
Okay, just a sec.
I'll hang with the vamp.
Oh man, it's 12:30 though.
Yeah.
We should probably go in, and that's.
I think this is a perfectly fair point to call it too. So.
I agree.
On the next adventures of We All Roll Ones.
Yeah.
See, bat counts as diminutive.
Oh.
It's not small. I really don't know what animals I can turn into.
I think the biggest thing you can turn into currently might be a dire badger. Smallest thing you can turn into, I think you can turn into a peregrine falcon is the smallest thing, other than a bat. A bat's about the same size. Because you're only what, level 3? Level 4?
4.
4.
4. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the biggest thing you can turn into is a dire badger, and the smallest thing is a bat.
All right, so is
Okay.
Savrik staying outside? Or how are we doing this?
Good question.
Why
Do we
would you
want to
stay
go in there,
outside?
Zoo?
Don't they need backup if they all come outside?
Probably. I guess we could follow at a distance and
Well,
come running.
we could.
Just
Well, I
stay at
mean,
the
we could put the
entrance.
guy on the entrance. We could keep the guy on the entrance with you guys, and if you hear an explosion, then we're pretty certain that
We
it's
could
time to
rush
come
in
a
and
running.
aid.
Eh,
Okay.
man, fuck that guy. Who cares? He's bound and
Well, I mean,
gagged. It's
But
fine.
we could use him
He's
as a
bound
tool.
and gagged and knocked out.
Andy has
but
a blankie.
He's got
Yeah.
a blanket.
have a blanket.
He's fine.
He
Also,
might wake up and be like,
my character doesn't really give a shit if he dies, so I'm just gonna throw that
But
out
my
there.
character
Yeah, he's gonna
would.
keep going, but ours would
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm going.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I can
no, I
turn
know.
into a dire rat, an eagle, a goat, great horned owl, a pig,
Owl.
a thylacine. What the fuck is a thylacine? Okay, so a dire rat is probably what I'd end up turning into.
Wait, a
A dire
thylacine?
rat.
You mean a fucking Tasmanian tiger?
Devil.
They put
Tasmanian devil.
no. Thylacines are Tasmanian tigers,
Oh.
the extinct animal from Australia or from Tasmania
Hmm.
in Australia that looked like a dingo mixed with a zebra.
Actually, I think turning into a thylacine. Let's see, do they get a stealth bonus?
What's the highest level druid spell you have? A third level?
Second level. I can summon things that I can't turn into. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So, Cedric, are we staying out or are we going in with them?
Should probably go into the door at least.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll stand off at a distance, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, just a second. We'll get you guys moved down into the map, and then we'll call it.
Nose goes.
Fingers on my nose.
Mine too. Everyone else loses.
Nice. So who's got light? Or is you guys
Dark
relighting?
vision.
Are you relighting the torch that the guy had and giving it to Cycle?
Yeah, Cycle will have that
Yeah,
because he's just a
yeah.
human.
That would make sense.
He's like, sorry, I'm late. Ted, are you
also,
alright?
it would.
You sound
It
bad.
would. What's all that around your neck?
Oh, they're bombs! They're bombs!
I'm burning.
Okay, I actually think dire rat is the best thing for me to have. So I'm gonna be a dire rat in here.
So if I'm at the entrance
Great.
of the cave, I can. Oh, okay, cool. There we are.
So, wait, a common bat? Like a little common bat? Isn't.
Is a tiny
Something
like
you-
a common bat is actually a minuscule, which means that I won't be able to do it
Oh,
until
it's
I get level
immunitive.
3 wild shape. So level
Turn into a bat swarm.
8. I can turn into a dire bat before I can turn into a regular bat.
So when you guys
Nice.
come up here to where they're at, you find that they moved a large slab of rock out of the way, and it revealed a little like hole in the ground. It doesn't look like it was an intentional entrance, but just something that happened to be here, like a cave mouth or something.
Uh-huh.
So if we had done
My-
better
my
perception, we
bet-
could have found it first.
I doubt it. This is a big plot point.
Mm.
Following the baddies into the place of power. If the baddies showed up when we're at the place of power, we'd seem like the baddies.
Oh.
Hello! Go Cycle. Do your thing.
I'm here.
Follow them with your torch.
Hey, friends. Good thing we're all in this
but
compact
we
space
can't.
together.
Right.
Really,
To where we can
really
see
good
each other.
thing there are
Hopefully
no
they just keep
splash
looking straight.
weapons around anywhere.
Wow, that's
Right.
really specific. Why do you say that?
All right, guys.
I don't know.
So we should probably call it here.
Yep, we're gonna call it right here, and it will have some lively role play when we come back.
That sounds
Cool.
great.
GG.
More
Oh,
like
yeah.
deadly.
Deadly, lively, you know. And it's also the fact that I don't have a whole lot of the map done in here. I mean, I've got some of it, but yeah.
Make them run into traps. I would love Cycle to just watch half of them die on their way in because he's just
And
sending
just heckle
lackeys
him the
into
whole
death.
time.
Well,
Hey, you guys
meta.
should roll perception
Obviously, you guys either have to die through GM magic, or they have to be picked off one by the party because you cannot fight this many people. It is not going to happen. You will lose.
Not in a
Or-
space like this.
Meta. Bombs.
Well, no, I
mean-
imagine Harry and Lightborn is somewhere in the area of a level 9 paladin.
Oh, is he?
Harry and Lightborn would rape us. Just, wipe the floor with us. Just turn us.
Sun has leveled since you last fought him.
And he was a level like 3 then, right?
Yeah.
She's probably at least a level 7. I mean, at least.
So I'm curious if like Cycle role-playingly could make it seem like they ran into traps by throwing bombs and stuff.
Huh. Oh, you guys
Oh
ran
my
another
God, that'd be
bomb
amazing.
trap.
If I somehow manage to sneak by the entire thing, I'm like putting bombs on tripwires all the way through the place with like trap making.
Yep.
Like they turn the corner and just keep blowing themselves up. Like, oh man, this place is
That
so
would be
trapped.
so sweet.
That really
That would
wouldn't
be
be a
awesome.
bad way to approach it.
Unfortunately, though, I'd have to stealth by them, and that area is like a half of a square. I'm not gonna nudge by them without them noticing. Like no matter what I roll,
It
even if I
just
rolled
depends
a nat
on-
20, there'd be no way.
What about our rat creature?
I think it depends on what kind of cavernous, like, maze stuff you got going on.
Maybe, but we're gonna have to figure it out. But hey,
So-
Darp, that message I sent you, how's that sound?
Which one?
Before PM on Mumble. Okay. I'll just get on that. Sorry, continue.
What were you gonna say, Ryan?
As a dire rat, I can communicate with other, or as a rat, or a dire rat. I guess I am a dire rat. I can communicate with rats.
Yep.
So is
And
there
other
any way
vermin,
that I-
actually.
Ooh, I can communicate with all vermin. Excellent. Is there a way for me to detect the vermin around?
No, but don't you
There's
get
poop.
don't you get scent?
I do get sent.
So yeah,
Okay. So okay, cool.
just
wanna make
find
sure.
yourself some rat poop.
Yep. Find some rats and tell them to attack.
Bite them and give them some rabies.
I mean, it
You
might
can
be enough
become
distraction
the
to...
what the fuck is that movie where the dude just has the army of rats?
Oh, I don't know, but that would be awesome.
Mummy?
No, it's some Willard. It was a 2003 movie. It was a weird one. The people didn't like him or something, so he like eventually has an army of rats and just kills everyone.
Was that the one with that creepy actor who
Yes.
played like the pipe and shit?
Yep.
Yeah, I saw the cover for that when I was a kid. I never actually saw the movie though. I forget. There's the creepy dude with a weird name. He was in Back to the Future. Can't remember his name.
Yep. He plays the
Wait.
McFly's dad. Can't
In
remember
Back
his
to the
name.
Future,
Yeah.
yeah.
Was it Willard?
Yeah, Willard.
I have not seen that in forever.
He's got the creepiest face of like
Crispin
any actor
Glover.
ever.
Yeah, he's like
Crispin
training the
Glover.
rats, right? Like
Yep.
he trains the rats? Yeah. Okay. I remember that. Damn. Okay, well. I do know though that like it's so hilarious. Like you'll love Ryan, you'll love Druid by the time you get to like if you ever survive to level 12. Like you can drop an 8th level Druid spell and instead you summon Nature's Ally 1 and summon like up to 30 wolves. like wolves all over the room. Like
That's
you are just the
awesome.